Yo, what's the deal?
What's the deal, baby? How you doing out there?
Chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? After work grind, but we here.
We here. We
We
here.
here.
We
We want
here.
to welcome everybody to Hip Hop Talks. The best podcast in the space. Glad those of you in the chat pulled up. You can catch us on YouTube. You can catch us on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon. You can catch us on all that. iHeartRadio. We appreciate it. We're trying to get our subs up. Make sure you hit the like button. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Sometimes YouTube be tripping, not trying to get us out in the algorithms. But,
Yeah.
if you do it by word of mouth like we used to do, us old heads, tell a friend that, we the dopest podcast out here. And then, they'll come check us out. But make sure they sub so the subs can match the views.
No
And
doubt.
yeah, that's what's up, man. How your day going so far, bro?
Good, man. I'm good. Before people start speculating anything, Coop is on the way. We, we had to get Coop to pull back a little bit. Coop was going crazy in a different chat, so I heard. But Coop is on his way. Coop is alive. Coop was actually in the studio recording some stuff today that he's going to drop a diss track. I don't know who it's for, but Coop was in the studio all day, but he should be here in about 15 to 20 minutes. AG and I going to warm up the stage until Coop gets in, because we don't want to go too far down the road with some of the things we're going to talk about tonight, because we need Coop in the building tonight. Y'all haven't
So,
seen Coop
so,
in
so we the outlaws. We the opening act.
Yo, man, we like what is Gaddafi and Gaddafi and what is the other guy?
Hussein,
Yeah.
Hussein Fatal.
Yeah, Hussein Fatal
Napoleon.
and Gaddafi.
All the
Yeah,
dictators.
we warming the stage up for Coop. He should be here shortly though. Coop actually is on his way. Y'all haven't seen Coop in a long time. I don't think people know, man. I gave him that name Coop a couple of years ago.
You
But
did.
so
Valley.
yeah, so Coop is gonna go crazy, man. He can't wait. He just texted me and said he's trying to get to the spot now. He was at the studio recording his diss track. But Coop is definitely on the way, bro. So I just want to get that out the way so no one is actually, confused by what's happening right now. We are a three-man team, and we always want to make sure that that we represent the right way for all of us. So
No doubt.
yeah. So AG, what you got, bro?
Yeah, we got some. We had some legends pass this week. We had the legend Frankie Beverly of Frankie Beverly and Mays pass away, and we also had the great James Earl Jones. So we want to send, a rest in peace to those two legends in, music and in film. What can you say? Like, coming up in my childhood and get Frankie Beverly and Mays getting played throughout the house. A lot of his songs was black cookout staples. A lot of you even hear him at the wedding. At the wedding function. You know what I mean? And just a wonderful musician. And I believe he was 77 years old. And definitely sad to hear of his passing. And what can I say about James Earl Jones, man? That's my whole childhood, man. I got on. I'm a Star Wars guy. Got on the Darth Vader joint. One of the most not recognizable voices in any space. The deep baritone of James Earl Jones. We talk. We from the same era, Sean. We talking about the voice of Mufasa on Lion King, the voice of Darth Vader. You got Field of Dreams. You got Sandlot. You got, I know you're a big Conan the Barbarian fan. He was, Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, you know that, bro.
Yeah, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. James Earl Jones, man. He was that guy for real, and he was blessed to live. I believe he was 93 at his
Yes.
passing, and just a wonderful human being, man. So we want to send our condolences to the family, loved ones, and just state how much those two gentlemen impacted our lives.
Yeah, no doubt. James Earl Jones was one of those, man. Beautiful voice, man. Beautiful acting voice. Beautiful soul, man. Like just the things that people talked about, with James Earl Jones, you never heard nothing wild. He always talked about mentoring, actors back in the day when he was coming up, and just a regal approach that he had. It was always fitting for him to be Mufasa, right?
Yeah, King Joffrey Joffa, coming to America, regal.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But also playing a villain, playing a villain, one of the biggest villains in history, in
Maybe
dark,
the biggest.
maybe the biggest villain in history in movie
Mm-hmm.
cinema. And also playing a different type of villain in Conan the Barbarian. Yo, I ain't gonna front. When I was like a kid, I was scared of that dude, man. When he was like on when he was the Snake King, man.
Yeah,
Yo, he turned into that snake. I was like, yo, what is
yeah,
happening?
crazy.
But yeah, man, it was it's sad to hear that, but it's also a blessing that he actually lived a full life, man. Straight up. Even for Frankie Beverly, he was touring, all the way up until until this time.
Mm-hmm.
One of my homeboys, who's a huge Frankie Beverly and Maze fan, he was amped up to go to the concert and everything, and he was like, "Yo, man, you need to come to this concert with me." And I just kind of brushed it off. But he was actually performing, up until this moment, man. I think he even said at one of the concerts that he knew that his time was ticking, and he wanted to get enough performances out, before that time came, man. So it's one of those things, bro. Like, it's more every week we come on here and we talk about,
Yeah,
one of our legends.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that, man. That's been the opening segment for the last few weeks now. So hopefully we can go quite some time without having to give out any rest in peace condolences or anything like that to any of our legends, man. It's been way too frequent recently. So
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So let's go into something a little bit lighter, man. The VMAs. You get a chance to watch the VMAs last night?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't get a chance to see it, but thanks to our Discord, man, like a lot of the people in there, they be coming through in the clutch, and they sift through all the BS and post the clips that was worth watching, so we didn't have to sit there and tune into the whole show. But I definitely got to see that LL performance, and that was lit. You know what I mean? So I think that was pretty dope. And LL, man, and we'll get more into it later, but bro still got it, man. He still got the hell of a stage presence, and his songs. He did like a medley of joints, but the new songs look like they translating on stage, and
Yeah.
that part was dope to see, man. And
Oh,
it's dope that he's still getting bookings and phone calls like, yo, we want you to have a big stage placement at the VMA. So I think that's dope, man. We talk about we hold Nas in high regard for what he's recently done. But, LL's even older and debuted, 5-6 years before Nas did. If Nas debuted in 91 with his verse, LL debuted in what, like 86, you know what I mean? So, and he's still out here, doing things like this. He is the prototypical hip hop picture of what longevity should look like,
yeah,
So
absolutely.
shout out to LL, man. What'd you think? Did you get to watch him?
Queens get the money. That's all I'm gonna say. Queens get the money, man. Queens run
Yep.
you past Russell Simmons. Yeah, Queen. Look,
Right.
man. LL is one of those, man. We said it before. I told y'all I gotta put respect on Uncle L's name months ago.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he's getting this look, is getting these flowers. Even with Nas, being on that album, and just the fact that was, one of the first times they connected on the album.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
just seeing the legends, the legacy acts like that, being able to come out here and be on the VMAs in 2024. That's a major thing, man. That's a major thing. And again, I didn't watch the entire VMAs, but shout out to our Discord because they keep us on the loop on everything.
Right.
So it's always fitting to see someone like Elk to be out there and just perform the way he's performed. Always been a great performer. Always give you a show. So it was great to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Discord again, because I had no plans on watching that VMA whatsoever.
Right. They keep us in the loop. The Discord was actually pretty, another hot button topic of the Discord because we was all in there clowning was about, Uncle Shannon Sharpe, Uncle out here wilding.
Yo, man. Yo, shout out to our research department, man, for being able to find the stuff that Uncle Shannon was using, man. He was using
Research department.
Barks RX. Yo, real talk, man. I did some research, man, because I had to Google what exactly that was. And
yeah, because last night he held up the packs on his
Yeah,
on his nightcap with Ocho. Yeah,
yeah. Man, look, man. If you take that stuff based on what I read, you too will be howling like a basset hound from Mississippi. um, as that RX pill go through your stream, as it coursed through your bloodstream, you too will be
coursing through
howling
the
like a basset
veins.
hound. Yeah, that thing's potent, man. He must have some problems, man, because I read the ingredients on it. I was like, yo, that stuff is pretty strong, man.
Yeah.
But oh,
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing, I don't know if it's rumors or fact, but I'm hearing he might get an endorsement from one of those, one of those type brands, those companies,
think he will, man. AG, I'm telling you, I think he will because that stuff is potent though. That's not for the average person.
It's not
Like
for the faint of heart.
it's not for the faint of hearts, man. Like what Thor said when he get on Stormbreaker, he said,
He
yo,
said it'll crush your whole body or something like that to Star-Lord. He said you can't even wield a weapon like that.
you can't wield a weapon like that. That stuff that Shannon got, that
Yeah.
RX pill, you can't even wield that. That's like, man, that's like 20 honey packs mixed
Yo.
with 30 pink horses. Like,
Yo, you know it's potent because it's individually like packaged.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they stepped on the brick for you and like, yo, here's that here's that blue magic, that uncut raw.
Yo, that RX pill is blue magic.
Yeah, man. Yo, for real, man. That's crazy. But I mean, word is right now that whole thing was staged because he was trying to beat the allegations.
I think so.
So do you agree with that sentiment? Because he fessed up to it.
Yeah.
And then, ESPN is not taking any disciplinary action. I just saw that earlier this evening. And so you think it was all a hoax just so he could beat, certain allegations?
Man, I'll be honest with you. I think it's all a hoax now. The more I look at it, the more I see it.
Mm.
They're doing a show tonight, and it's called The Roast of Shannon Sharpe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what they're doing tonight. And it's pretty much a part two to what they did last night when he was sharing what happened. I think this is all rollout, man. And it's nasty work. It's nasty work because he's out here taking RX pills or whatever and going crazy.
Don't judge.
Well,
Don't
I'm
be
not judging. I'm low key kind of like, yo, do I have the will to take the RX pill? Because I don't know. I was like,
that was a bar. That was a bar.
it's a bar. That is a bar. Like, yeah. Speaking of bars, man, when Coop gets here, y'all, Coop will be here by 10 minutes. Coop is in the studio. Coop Pock is back. He's in the studio. He's going to
Turn my headphones up
for us tonight. Coop's going to do the first one for us tonight.
But yeah, I think it was staged because that's a real quick turnaround to have a whole roast session.
Yes.
Like, planned for a show tonight. So I think it was staged. But I got a question.
Yep.
So the young lady that was featured on that track that was released, who did the additional vocals, was her name released?
Yeah.
Was that sample cleared?
They said that the sample it's not clear yet. It's still trying to get the clearance. But yeah, they found her. They posted a pic and everything. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was surprised by the hue. I was surprised by the melanin. I was surprised by the melanin. I was like, damn, that's what you doing that? Because he's known, Dr. Umar, he's the antithesis of Dr. Umar. So I was surprised by who they found, who that young damsel in distress was. So she was a damsel in distress. But real talk, man. I don't like this though for Shannon, man. I don't like this for Shannon. I do think that he needs to tighten up, man. We like Shannon. But I think this is another antic, man, because if they're doing that roast tonight off the heels of this, that's just nasty work, man.
Yeah.
That's nasty work. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, he about to go what 10 times platinum again with the views. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that Coop this record can get us most views,
Yeah, we don't want to have to resort to something like that to get our subs up. I mean, damn, I was like begging at the top of the show, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to have to do nothing crazy like that to get the subs up.
I don't know, man. It's hard out here, bro. I don't know, Paul. I don't know, man. Yo, people saying I'm talking about people and stuff like that. I just be joking, man. It's nothing like that. I will slap somebody, but I don't be on that type of time, man. But yeah, we got to do something to get it out. I don't know. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But we'll see if this track goes on viral. Then that might give us the extra push. We'll see.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
So, on to another topic, you got a special announcement you want to make the people privy to?
Yes, yes. So we got the actual confirmation. For those of you who are Hit Boy fans, of course, and you love that camp, we're bringing AJ Snow to the show. Those of you who may not know, we actually did a soft interview with AJ's album, the Let's Get Rich album, and now we're going to bring him over to Hip Hop Talks. We're going to talk about just the album. We're going to talk about his influences. I think it'll be something good for all of the true hip hop fans if we can get everybody to pull up for that, because AJ Snow is he's a very talented brother, and I'm excited the reveal that we are bringing AJ Snow to the show. AJ has worked with John Sport J, and those of you who rock with Nas, who know Nas, of course, based off the Hit Boy run, you heard the John Sport J, production, help with Hit Boy, and of course, AG, you called out John Sport J a few times on some of the production that he's provided for Nas on the King X's and the Magic run. So definitely looking forward to bringing AJ on the show to share some of his stories and some of his influences and all that good stuff. So we really want to bring that to the forefront. We have other people locked in, but we really want to make sure that you all pull up for October 26th. Be looking out for the actual the promos and all that good stuff. And we're going to get it out there. Shout out to Taj, aka Animal Thug, for being able to actually pull that through. Taj and AJ are pretty good. They're pretty close. They're actually pretty good friends. So it's one of those things where it's time. It's time for to start bringing some of these people that we rock with on the show. We had them on Stationhead. We had some of these guys on Stationhead. So it's time to start bringing them on the YouTube channel so y'all can connect the face, the voice, and all of those great things, to what we're doing. And it's next week. You will see the actual, September 26th. It's next week. I apologize for that mix up, but it actually is next week. I just got the message. It's going to be next week. And we're going to send you guys some more promo and let you guys know when to look for and how that's going to look for all of us.
No doubt, man. That's going to be exciting.
Yes, sir.
We got another announcement to make. Just something light. The GOAT Nasir Jones is deciding to spin the block on everybody with another set of Vegas shows starting in February. So, Nas is out here booked and busy, man. Like, this run that he's been on, as far as like, the albums and then the tours and then putting on the shows and doing these other, business ventures. The son is on like an incredible run. You know what I mean? Just he's got his hands in everything, like pause. But another run of Vegas shows for Celebration of Illmatic, crazy, starting in February. So, if you got a chance, going to be in the Vegas area, pull up. If you're not going to be in the Vegas area, you know what I'm saying? Make it a point to pull up.
Yep.
You don't want to miss that.
And we may also give away some stuff for that as well as we get closer to that time. Maybe around November, December time frame, we may start doing some promos to give away some tickets to a fan. That's something we are working on as well. So as soon as we get that locked in, we are actually send out that notification as well. Join our Discord, because we share a lot of stuff in the Discord. We share a lot of stuff on our Twitter page as well. But our Discord is where it's at. So as we start getting more information on that, you guys saw the dates. It is in February. The dates are actually outlined already for February the 5th, 7th, and the 8th. As we start getting closer to that time, we'll definitely let you guys know, and we'll start putting some stuff out there to kind of get things going. To let y'all know, we get back to the people. We get back to the people.
No doubt. And if you are even speculating, I don't know why you would, but if you're even speculating on if you should go to the show, like pull up on our Discord, man. We got family that's been to this run of shows that he's did recently. Shout out to Trife. Trife, went to one a couple weeks ago, you know what I'm saying, and was able to give a little mini review in the Discord, and so we got the information in there if you're really considering on going.
Yeah,
shout out to Trife.
The Trife Boogie. Also Epins went.
He did.
He went out there as well. I think 88 Spence went out there to this last one. So we had some people that actually showed up, to the actual show. So again, Trife goes to all those shows. He went to the one in Colorado. Of course, he went to the one in Vegas. So he always come back with some great, feedback and, just some things that he saw that he felt that was really good as a good experience.
Trife be booking shows off crypto money.
He do. He really do. He won't go to the normal shows. He go to the
right.
joints and the Aspen joints. He go to the wild ones. But
he got to lay low.
Yeah, he do. He really
shout out to Trife, man.
That's right. Shout out to Trife. Coop is on the way, man. Let's do one more. Let's do the Ransom and Conway.
Okay.
What do you feel about that album? What are your thoughts on that album?
Oh man, I kind of got mixed feelings about it. It's a short project, just like most of the projects in this current era. I ran it back probably about 5 or 6 times. We did a Station Head show a few nights ago, and we played about 3-4 joints off the album.
Yeah.
What I will say is this: as far as a pairing goes, the bars are there. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I loved about the album, like the sparring back and forth with the bar work. Mm-hmm. And the production was okay. It was suitable. But Coop said something the last pod when we was talking about the Big Sean album that resonated with me. Like, how exciting is an album, right? So for these two guys to be barring up the way they are, to me, the album should have been more exciting than what it was. But, it came on. I'm not going to say it was boring, but I felt like by the end of it, I would have been more excited as to what I just heard, But what I will say is this: I do think that Ransom continues to show growth and took the lead role on this project. And, Conway was more of the feature. Ransom continues to get better at crafting songs and doing hook work. He had to join at the end with the concept Nefarious, where he was talking to the devil. That was, Ransom solo. It was some other joints on there, and I think he handled the hook duties pretty much by himself. I don't remember Conway on any hooks, but I can say Ransom was the MVP of the project for me, but I just didn't leave real excited about it. I don't know how much it'll stay in my rotation after about another week or so, to be honest.
I feel you on that, bro. Man, look, the bars are going to be there. Like, that's never a question, right? You got Conway, you got Ransom. You're going to get bars. You're going to get barred up. I felt like the production to me was the determining factor for my listening pleasure, because it was underwhelming. I think I liked the first song. Then after that, it felt like I don't know what happened. I'm be honest. The first song got the gate. I said, "Oh, this is a great tone setting."
Yeah.
Setting song. I thought that was going to be the one. Like, okay, this is going to set the tone. And after that, it just felt flat for me. And to your point, we always talk about, does it have legs? Does the album has legs? Can we go back and listen to it? Can we go back and vibe with it? And I don't think I can. I'm be honest with you. I may pull it out the stash every now and then, but as far as just me really getting into it and keeping it in my rotation, I don't have it in my rotation. It's hard for me to put in my rotation right now with so much other good music out there. Yeah. That's more appetizing for me,
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Shout out to Coop. He's going to be here shortly, but and and it's funny because I'm giving him a compliment while he's not on here, because I won't give him one when he pulls up. But nah, for real, that what he said really resonated with me. He was spitting facts, because we from an era where bars mattered the most. But what this album showed me was you can't just live off the bars alone. It has to be something else that you're
Yes.
bringing to the equation. And you know, like I said, the bar work was there, but it was just something that was missing from the album. It just really wasn't that exciting.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Conway and Ransom individually, and this is no shade to them, they're not the most exciting artists, you know, anyway. You know what I mean? And, you know, putting them together, that doesn't really, you know,
Mhm.
as far as charisma goes, it doesn't bring any more charisma to the table putting them together.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that's what was lacking for me, although the bars was there. The production was just okay,
Yeah.
and the charisma and the excitement fell way short.
Yeah, no doubt. Now we do have a couple of other albums that's coming out. Not sure if you saw yet, AG. The Queens Get the Money, Big Noid, and Havoc got an album coming out called Thumb Language. That's
No,
coming.
I haven't seen that.
Yes. Shout out to Noid. We're trying to get Noid on the show as well. But shout out to Big Noid,
One of the
Queens,
most underrated rappers ever.
most underrated rappers ever.
If you can
Absolutely.
verbally spar with P on a regular basis,
He's
you know
always
that.
on his own. He's
Yeah,
always on his own. But yeah, him and Havoc got an album coming out called The Thun Language.
that's
Um,
dope.
those who know what Thun is, Thun and Kiko is Queens, all of that, right? So but they're coming out with an album. Looking forward to that. Havoc also is doing a joint album with Method Man called Dirty P. Not sure if you heard about that.
You told me about that one. Havoc is busy, man, because he's supposed to be doing the joint with Cormega too.
Yes, he got one coming with Cormega. I think the one we're going to probably see first will probably be the Method Man joint because that's the one that's getting most of the attention right now. Getting
And
most of
Meth is
the
active. We know Meth
attention.
keeps pushing his pen, so yeah.
Always, always, always. But yeah, be on the lookout for Big Noid and Havoc, as well as Havoc and Method Man. Looking forward to both of them. Big
Yo,
Noid.
is this the official? Oh, my fault. Go ahead, bro.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna ask you, can we stamp 2024 officially as the year of the OG?
It's called the Year of Nas. It's called the Year of Nas. Call it what it is. What Nas said. I talked to my peers. Tell them to try
Yeah,
this. That's what
yeah,
he said, right?
yeah.
And what they're doing, they're trying it. They're doing it. Everyone is coming out. You having all. Think about it like this, bro. Nas and Hit Boy locked in for 2.5 years, right? Then you get the Common, you know, and you get the Common album,
Pete
and he
Rock.
locked in with Pete Rock for that entire album. Then you get L and Q-Tip, right? Now you're getting Havoc, Meth, Havoc, Noid. You're starting to see a pattern here
Mhm.
where all before we always saw a collection of producers and the artists, right? So if he's inspired that, it's called the Year of the Nas, Part 2, because
Right.
this is Nas' extended era that we have to be honest about. Because I don't know if and again, maybe I'm talking crazy right now, but I don't know if these artists would have had the desire to do the albums that they're doing if they didn't see Son do it at this high level. Not
No,
saying they
you're right.
couldn't, not saying they couldn't, but that recipe looks very familiar, right? You know what I mean? We got 30 summers, we also got 30 Decembers.
Yeah, you're
Sounds
right.
sounds familiar?
Yeah, and it was a call to arms, and it's crazy because life is just like a cycle, right? So which the ghost said itself on verbal intercourse is like a cycle,
Yes.
But
Yes.
the trend that we got in the the late '90s all the way through the 2000s of trying to get every super producer to produce on your album, that came from Illmatic, so to
Yes.
speak. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's only fitting that Nas took it back to the essence of the original formula that predated Illmatic, which was one MC, one producer, etc.
Yes.
And then start that mode again. You know what I mean? Which you can't give Nas that whole credit because we had projects like Freddie Gibbs doing joints with, Alchemist and Madlib, whatever, you know what I mean? But as far as like an OG
Mhm.
really tapping into the one producer, one MC formula, and then making multiple projects like that. You know, for the old guard, not the new guard, he was
Right.
the only one really doing that at the time. You know what I mean? So it's only fitting that, you know, after he did the call to arms, all these other MCs are following suit. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. We still got the Clips with a Pharrell produced album.
Yep.
And we, you know, I hate to say it, but, you know, Snoop and Dre announced another album, Missionary. And then we still got, you know, Nas is going to come through with the Primo album and see how that stacks up against everybody else's. So I think it's dope. This is a wonderful year for hip hop so far. And I just think that, you know, aside from the battle and everything that surrounded that, we've had a dope ass year just all the way around, you know.
I agree. Let's get some super chats, man, because we have several. You ready?
Yeah, no doubt. Ill Magic with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. He said Kupak's album "Me Against the World" of Dot fans.
Yeah.
He probably would title it that for real.
He would. All right.
Mad Max. Shout out to Mad Max with the $2 super chat. Vader's still my favorite character in film. Rip James. Word. For real. Darth Vader, the legend.
No doubt.
Mad Max with the $2 super chat. Shannon saw the Betty talk and made a scenario. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, he it's kind of peculiar that the phone didn't get any footage. It just got audio, so I think it was staged.
It's staged, man.
Yeah. CJ the Kid, man, shout out to you with the $5 super chat. Said just got in here. What's been covered so far? You want to take that, Sean, as far as a rundown?
Yeah, we just did the rest in peace to Frankie Beverly, and also James Earl Jones, of course, the VMAs. It's a little light stuff on VMAs. The Shannon Sharpe stuff, Nas in Vegas, and also CJ the Kid will bring AJ Snow to the show next week as well.
Yeah,
so that's what we covered so far.
We didn't do any of the heavy topics. Yeah, we waiting for Coop to slide through. So
yeah, I just messaged Coop again.
CJ the Kid with the $5 super chat again. Appreciate you. Noid and Teflon are super underrated. If you guys get Noid, you guys are God. Sean, what you know about the old thing language mixtape from 02?
Oh, you know I know about it. Come on, man. I am the thumb language. What do you mean? What do you mean?
See,
now,
man.
In Corona, we call it Kiko. In QB, it was done. Like, what's up, Kiko? What's up, done? For those who don't know. But yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. It was a nasty time, but in West Virginia around that, you know, early 2000, 2001, we were saying Dunny. Like, I was at Marshall, we would that be like, it was a nasty time, bro. But, you know,
I think Cool Pop just pull up, man. Let's get these last two super chats because we got it. This is perfect timing, actually.
Yeah.
Get the last two super chats, man.
Yeah,
Cool
CJ
Pop.
the Kid, we really appreciate you, man, with the $10 super chat. I said it on the Discord. Nas changed hip hop in '94 with Illmatic, getting different producers on one album. Now he changed it again by going back to the original formula. Nas changed hip hop again for the fourth time. Yo, and he'll never get that credit, man. That's what pisses me off. Like, Nas does things like a lot of people owe Nas money for the Lost Tapes album because look at how many people packaged and put out unreleased material and got paid off of it. And the first person to do that was Nas. And it was like, come together like a full album of unreleased gems. So, Nas changed the game, but the media don't want to give him credit for it. But it is what it is. CJ the Kid. CJ the Kid got paid. He dropping bread in here. Appreciate you. $5 super chat. He said on VMAs, they played BBL Drizzy, not to mention the Super Bowl. It's official, guys. The industry is trying to Ja Rule Drake. And I would agree.
I said it months ago. All right, all of y'all for the moment y'all were waiting for. We got Cool Pop. I told y'all that Cool Pop was gonna come back. I told y'all be like, yo, where's Cool Pop? He never gonna come back. I told y'all, give him some time. He had to get some things out the way. He got all the charges dropped. So now he's back to being ignorant, being boisterous, and being outrageous. Cool Pop, you ready? Give me the thumbs up if you're ready, man.
Yo, black is time.
Yo, black is time.
What's up, people?
So Coop got the Coop got the
How's
blazer
everybody
on.
doing?
Shit is real.
Look here.
Yo.
So the mayor showed up. The mayor of Atlanta showed up.
Okay.
And so everything's backed up. But I'm on the last shuttle right now to get to my car. So I'm going to have to do this from the car riding because everything got delayed because the mayor showed up.
All right.
Actually, when I got here, I ended up riding the shuttle and sitting next to the mayor. He's a really cool brother. Andre Dickens, Atlanta,
Yeah.
Georgia.
Did you ask him
Yeah.
that question I
But I'm
sent
in
you?
the place to be. Say what?
Did you ask him that question I sent you?
No. We didn't do that. I want to keep my Atlanta status, sir. But the shuttle on the shuttle, and I got to hop in the whip. And then I'm going to hit y'all back, and I'm going to jump in. But go ahead and get
All
started.
right.
Thank you.
No doubt.
No doubt, bro. Be safe.
Yo, Cool Park is back. He's coming back. He's about to get in the whip. And yo, he got a lot to talk about. I don't know how he was doing it, man. Coop was in other chats, and we got the show about to pop off. And he's in other chats talking crazy. Now he's with the mayor. I sent him that crazy message to the mayor. I thought he was going to share it.
Coop is politicking.
Yeah, Coop is really politicking.
Yeah, Coop I got the blazer on. What was that? The I ain't mad at your video.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, Blazer.
Coop politicking, man. I ain't mad at it, man. Chilling with the mayor.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. While Coop gets in his vehicle, man. What do you think about the Force album, the LL album? How you feel about that?
Man, I might be jumping out the window, but I would say this is probably my album of the year. Like, I've been listening to the album nonstop. I was just amazed, man, at like the level that LL was rhyming on. And now Q-Tip on the production, we talk a lot about this behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Q-Tip got in his futuristic bag, and we disagreed on this, but personally, to me, it sounded like a Pharrell, what I would expect from Pharrell in 2024 as far as the production bag, because I think Pharrell's off that Q-Tip tree, which you somewhat disagree with, but I can hear a lot of, the elements that Pharrell uses in the production. And to me, it was dope and surprisingly fitting for LL, man. Q-Tip kind of, is not tribe tip, but amplified and renaissance, like when he was on his solo journey, you know what I mean? So but he updated his sound a little bit, and I vibe with all them joints, to be honest. And but LL is spitting. I mean, LL has always been dope lyrically. He's not mentioned with the elite lyricists, but he's always been dope lyrically. But he's spitting with a vigor that I haven't heard him spit with as far as the content. And he wasn't BSing around when he said that he wanted to make a real cultural album. This is a Black culture album, and he's talking, 5% of talk, like, police brutality. Like, the way he started out off the album was a hell of an intro with Spirit of Cyrus, with the, sample from the Warriors. The Warriors movie. And I mean, it's just fire. Like, I didn't even know about that situation. We was me and Jack, shout out to Jack. We was talking about it in the Discord. LL had said on the interview with Sway in the Morning that the inspiration was that from that song was the Christopher Dorner situation, because one of LL's friends called him and was like, yo, don't go outside, man. They on a manhunt, and there ain't gonna be no questions asked. And this cat kind of looked like you. For those you don't know, it was the LAPD cop that was taking out other cops, you know what I'm saying? And it's more to the story, but he was, the reason around it was the things that the police was doing or whatever. So he got into his vigilante mode. So that inspired LL to write that song. And that's a powerful way to start an album, because I was like, yo, this the kind of time that LL's on. I mean, it's just fire. I'll let you give your synopsis, but a couple quick rundowns. You mentioned 30 Decembers. I always love LL when he's in his I think he's an underrated storyteller. I like it when LL gets in his storytelling bag. And where he's talking about being on the train, like in his Charlemagne interview, that's from real writing experience. He said, he wanted to basically, touch the pavement, put foot to pavement again, and be around the people in the city. You know what I'm saying? I think he said it was during like high COVID time, so he had a mask on, but he was on the train around all these people. And that storytelling, he's like breaking down, you know what I'm saying, being amongst those people on 30 Decembers. Nas spazzed on Praise Him. Son was finding crazy pockets. I thought that was dope. All the features showed up, even Busta Rhymes. LL was pristine on all the joints. The joint with Eminem, I think they both killed that. We had heard that prior. They just released a video for that. It was dope. The only other one I'll mention is The Vow. LL's verse is crazy. He had spit that on Sway in the Morning like a year ago, but then hearing that, and he had some young boys follow behind him and spit their bars, and that's my favorite bar on I don't even know, the name of the MC that spit it, so pardon me. But my favorite bar on the album, he said, where I'm from, you can get it from anybody and anybody can give it to you. It's like a secret Santa. I heard that. My eyes lit up. I was like, yo, that bar is crazy, So, yeah, man, I love this album. And it's like a quick 47, 48 minute in and out. And I ran it back multiple times. Oh, yeah. One more, sorry. And Postmodern, for me, that Postmodern, the beat on that, that's my favorite production on the album. I think Q-Tip recreated like a Rock the Bells 2024 version. It sounds like an updated Rock the Bells to me. So I love the album, man. If it's not one for me this year, it's definitely in the top 3 easily.
Yeah. It's my number 1 album of the year so far. It has everything. I'm not going to detail by detail that you already shared, because I agree with everything you stated. But I think this album tells me a lot about not just LL, but just someone of his ilk, someone that not many artists can do what he can do, right? Not many artists can do what an artist like Nas can do, or an artist like hell, even Jay can do, because they've been through certain eras and certain zones where there's a certain talk that they can give that others can't give. Not many artists can give you a 30 Decembers. Not many artists can give you that.
No.
Not many artists can give you the introspection that LL gave throughout this entire album. I love when an artist of that caliber, who has been in the game for such a long time, can give you introspection, can give you a look back on the things that their journeys have been through, right? From the inception of his career up into the present. And I love the way he did some subtle callbacks to that. I love the way he was able to talk about, him as an MC, him as an artist, and one of the things that he mentioned, even in one of the interviews, he said, I'm an artist first. And I felt like this album exemplified that at the highest level, that he is an artist first. He's an artist, he's a performer, he's a perfectionist. And I even think about the other interviews that he was talking about when he was saying how some of those albums that he had in between time, kind of cashing them in. He didn't have a lot of energy around it. He didn't really, he was experimenting and all those things. But this album, you can tell that there was a lot of intentionality to this album.
Details.
It was the details, the attention to details. And that's important for me as a listener, someone who loves hip hop, someone who loves music. I pay attention to the details. I want to know exactly where you're going with this, why you're starting your album with the Spirit of Cyrus. Why are you ending it with The Vow? Like, I want to understand everything, and also everything in between, pause. But I'm satisfied with the fact that people are loving this album, because it's a total opposite of what we heard from Rakim.
Very good point.
Right. And I know you and I talked about this behind the scenes before about, LL never really had someone that was an antithesis to him, because he kind of crushed him pretty fast, crushed him like a jelly bean, right? Yep. Pun intended, pretty fast. From Kumo D to Ice-T, to others that he actually battled before they could have even become a true battle. He crushed them quickly. And we never talk about that. He never had someone that we compared him to up the ranks.
Nope.
Nas had a Jay, Jay had a Nas, for the most part. Nas had Big had Nas. But L never had anyone on the other side. Ra had Kane, right?
Or G-Rap.
Or G-Rap.
Or
So
KRS, yeah.
KRS. We got a couple of super chats.
CJ the Kid with the $5 one, man. Yo, you coming through. We appreciate you, bro. Gotta be careful. We said Common Pete was album of the year too, and now apparently it's not top 10. He cried. Yo, I will say this, man. Back to Coop's point, man. I keep alluding to this because, like I said, it really hit home for me. This LL album is more exciting than that Common and Pete Rock album for me, anyways. You know, and this is the difference between this and the Con and Ran dropped on the same day. So it's like, you know, is the bar work on the Con and Ran better than what LL's doing? Yeah, you could argue that. But this LL album is more exciting and it's better put together. So that's what I would say to that over Common Pete. So
no doubt.
CJ the Kid, appreciate you. He said on Drink Champ, CL was open to working with Pete again. Wow. Thoughts on proposed third and Pete the CL album maybe next year, 2026. Yo, I didn't know what was going on with CL, like, period. So if he's stepping back into the realm of rapping, this is me assuming because I haven't heard anything that he wasn't, then that's just dope in and of itself. Because I haven't heard anything from CL in like well over a decade.
Right. Yeah, I'm be honest with you. I don't have appetite for it. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not going to cap and be like, yeah, I can't wait for a CL Smooth to Pete Rock. I'm gonna be honest.
It'll be a lot of nostalgia there, but like I said, you know, the difference with Common was active enough, you know, you could pretty much guess what a Common and Pete Rock album would sound like. I haven't heard CL on anything in mad long, so I can't even tell you. Like, we know Pete Rock is still Pete Rock with the beats, with the production, but I don't know what, you know, CL kind of time CL gonna be on with the rap. So
no, I'm good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm super good.
Let me ask you this real quick, Sean. On the LL album, do you have any gripes or any critiques?
Not really, man. Not really. Other than the Rick Ross verse.
Of course.
Yeah, that's it. Everything else to me was it fits everything. You know, he has the radio joints, he has the lyrical joints. It just, to me, it covers so much ground, man. The album covers so much ground. I hope, and I know this is a very tough stretch, but I hope that the numbers calculate right for L. And I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen because for Doechii, we see Doechii, right? All of the love that she was getting online for her album. And I love that album. I told you guys about the album.
Yeah, like, y'all wasn't capping. That's a top 5 album.
Top 5 album. But the numbers, her numbers does not reflect it. The numbers does not reflect it. And that what bothers me. That is like, damn.
And that's TDE, so that's, you know.
Yeah.
And you know TDE got the promo, you know, so.
Facts. You know, and, you know, Taj and I be having these conversations about numbers all the time. And, you know, she always say, you know, numbers don't reflect what's on social media. Social media doesn't drive the numbers, and they don't, because you would think that based on the conversations on social media and the promos and things of that nature, that it's going to translate, but it never translate. So I just hope that LL's album translate, and hopefully we can see his love being shown in these streams. All that.
Absolutely, I agree. I do got one gripe though. I'm not a fan of a lot of the hooks on the album. You know, Q-Tip was assigned most of the hook duties and on majority of the tracks, and I wasn't really feeling them. So if it's, you know, if I'm taking off like a half a mic, it's based on the hooks.
Yeah, I agree. No, I get you. I get you on that. I get you on that. That's pulling it, but I feel you. All right. Coop's just to be pulled up here real soon. Let's talk about the Super Bowl real quick, man. Because by the time Coop comes, I want us to be like go full throttle. But let's talk about the Super Bowl. What are your thoughts, man?
I got a lot of thoughts, and it's
let's have a conversation about it then.
Yeah. It's man, it's so many layers to what's going on. Let's start the conversation like this. We talked about I believe it might have been CJ or somebody else that put in the chat that the industry is trying to Ja Rule Drake. Okay. So what we do is a quantifiable fact. So this is this is not speculation. What's a quantifiable fact that when you do a Super Bowl, it's like a stimulus package for your streams, sales, what have you. You know, it goes up. The percentage may vary, but everybody goes up who graces that stage. So I was thinking the other day, if this is by the powers that be, if they say, no, we can't have Wayne up on that stage because that all but guarantees that Drake would be on that stage as well as a special guest, right? There is a video of Wayne out there, you know, kind of joking around like, yo, if I get on the Super Bowl stage, it's just me. I ain't bringing Bobby Valentino. I ain't bringing nobody. It's my stage. But we all know if he was to grace that stage, that he would bring Drake on the stage. So I was of the mindset that Drake currently is trending down. And if the powers that be are really trying to get him out of here, even if Drake's not the headliner, if he comes out on the stage at the Super Bowl, you're going to see an uptick in his popularity again as far as his streams and his numbers. What up, Coop? So my thought process was, since he's trending down, is this like a foot on your neck moment where we're going to keep you down and not allow you to get back up by putting Kendrick on that stage? And what do y'all have to say to that?
You know, I have a bunch to say, but I don't know where we are in the conversation.
We just started.
I'd like to say it's raining in Atlanta and the mayor showed up. That delays everything. There are black women in this city. It rained and the mayor showed up. I was sitting in the shuttle. I sat down. I said, this looks like the mayor sitting next to me. I was like, oh shit, it's the mayor. And he looked at me and he said, it is me. I was like, it's like Mr. Dickens. It's nice to meet you.
He is I and I am him.
My name's Armand Cooper. I'd like to welcome you to Hip Hop Talk Star.
You should ask him the question I asked you to ask him, man.
Huh?
You should ask him that question I sent you in the message.
I won't be doing that to the mayor's security team around. Won't be doing that. Won't be doing that. You're not going to get me incarcerated. I'm still on non-report, sir. I'm going to keep my non-report. I'll keep my non-report status intact. But here's what I will tell y'all. And I don't know how far you all have gotten into this yet. I mean, Sean is saying y'all just starting.
Yeah.
Okay, if somebody else other than Kendrick were doing this, we would call it clout chasing. So why aren't we calling it clout chasing now? And I've been saying for months that he doesn't have any material if he's not talking about Drake. I've been saying this for months. Why are people not paying attention to me? I've been saying he doesn't have any good material if he's not talking about this guy. This is his new claim to fame. The only reason that he's even being fucking mentioned for the Super Bowl is because he's doing numbers in the algorithm that he's never done before. Do you want to know why he is doing those numbers? Because he is dissing Drake. Drake is the one that is still moving the meter of all of this, and people are not understanding or respecting the gangsta of it. That's why I like the way Pusha T moved in all this, because Pusha T kept it street. Kendrick is taking it to the mainstream for the purpose of getting more publicity, getting more sales, getting more attention, and he got the fucking Super Bowl. Big as the Super Bowl. But he's not, this is not legit. This is not legit anymore. Like, what is he going to make? He's going to make a diss album? Is that what we're making? We're making Rap's first diss album?
Well, that was kind of my question, Coop. Like, do you think it's a ploy to keep? Because if Wayne graces that stage, then that's guaranteeing that Drake will grace the stage as a special guest. So when you're on that stage, you'll see an uptick in your popularity and streams. It's like a stimulus package. So do the powers that be want to keep their foot on Drake's neck and keep him trending down by not allowing Wayne on that stage and then having Kendrick in front of the Kendrick on the stage and keep that going? Because it's obviously it's a lot of visual propaganda too, to be honest, because the big American flag behind them, so it's like they not like us versus them. Drake's Canadian. We're going to have the American flag. Like, you got to do the knowledge sometimes. You know what I mean? So.
What is his name? Kendrick Trump? Is it Kendrick Trump? Is that his name? Kendrick Trump, is that his name? He gonna make hip hop great again when he ain't dropped no fucking good music in 7 years outside of these disses. This shit has gotten out of hand, guys. Like, I'm being very, very serious when I say this. It's gotten out of hand. He's getting way more credit than he deserves. He's getting more credit than he deserves. Go make songs, not talking about Drake, and go get your weight up that way. Like, it's damn near like it's hustling off somebody else's weight, guys. You can't do that shit in the streets.
Do you
Like,
think, and you weigh on this too, Sean, do you think, well, weigh in on the first question, Sean, do you think that, this is part of the reason, I'm not going to say it in totality, but do you think part of the reason behind this is to keep Drake trending downwards?
Drake ain't trending downward, though. That's the thing. Drake is the only artist that's still streaming 1 billion streams every month. He's not trending down. They're trying to bring him down. The goal is to get Drake up out of here. But he is still the only artist trending 1 billion streams a month. That is not trending down, bro.
Well, in relativity to his peak, though, is what I'm saying.
But that's relative. Because his peak, I mean, we can say that his peak was a couple of years ago. But he's still above the average peak. He's still above the average frame. So it's I get what you're saying, because it looks like everything is on his side, against him, against his, based on the Kendrick momentum and everything else. But that still doesn't mean that he's trending down. That means that they're still throwing rocks at him at this point. They're trying to bring him down. But if the populace is still at 1 billion per month, that's not a trend down, bro. He's still steady flowing.
Well, what do you have to say to the notion that he has turned down the Super Bowl himself before?
Is that true?
That's what Maul said on their podcast.
That's what he said. But is it true? I mean,
I had never heard that prior to that.
What said you, Coop? What if he did turn it down? What if he did turn it down? What do we do with that?
I believe he did turn it down. Like, if look at who Drake is, like, numbers wise. Like, let's just look numbers wise at who he really is. Okay? I mean, if you want to go by numbers, he should have had the Super Bowl before Usher, guys. If we just talking numbers. If we talking numbers, like, people need to understand Drake's numbers. Like, when he's talking that Michael Jackson shit, when he's talking that level of shit, you have to understand that numbers wise, he's operating on a level that, short of Eminem, no rap artist is really, like, existing on consistently. Like, most of the other guys that exist on this level have had moments. He's had a career like this. Wayne had moments like this. Jay has had moments like this. Eminem has had moments like this. This guy's had a career like this. And so I do believe that he's turned down the Super Bowl before, because also, too, like, I mean, and not because I'm a Prince fan. Like, until Usher just did the Super Bowl performance, it wasn't cool for black people to perform at the Super Bowl. It was a problem. The only people that performed at the Super Bowl in the last 20 years have been beneficial to black people is Prince and Usher.
Rihanna. I'd say Rihanna.
Nah, that Rihanna performance was whacked. That shit sucked.
I gave her a pass. She was pregnant.
I don't care. Hold on. AG, that's exactly why she shouldn't have performed.
Yeah, but that was a J call.
No, she wasn't a great performer without the baby in her belly.
I agree.
Serena Williams won a major with a baby in her belly. You're not Serena. You're not you're not winning anything with a baby in your belly.
Tupac.
Like, her two-step was terrible without the baby in her belly. You tell me the two-step's about to get better with the baby in the belly? Performance was awful. And I love Riri. I love Riri more than I love Beyonce. Like, when people talk Beyonce, it's like, no, give me Riri. But that performance was terrible. And
I'm glad you brought up terrible performances, because it's the contingent of people. Oh, you got something, Sean?
Yes, the super chats.
Okay, I'll read those real quick.
I'm too far behind that. 007, what it do?
Yo, Peace 007 with the $5 super chat. He said, Queens get the money. LL album was cool. Kendrick got to stick to feature run up into the Super Bowl and then drop an album right after. That's the play. Yeah, I mean, that would be the ideal play. I'm AJ with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Said, Coop, that song not about Drake. We haven't gotten to cover that song yet. We just talk about the Super Bowl and dribble.
song is
Yeah.
about Drake. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Who the fuck you talking about then? Who you talking about
CJ the kid with the $5 super chat. Yo, we appreciate you, CJ. Thoughts on if Dot brings Wayne out in the at the Super Bowl? Yo, I don't think Wayne would do that because that would look, like nasty work. I don't think Wayne would even put himself in that position. The Rock Nation might offer that to him just to try to save face at this point from all the backlash, but that's putting him in a position to do something that I don't think that he would normally do. Tracy G, glad you could pull up with the $10 super chat. Kenny is full-blown virtue signaling. You go woke, you go broke. Academics has already. He just showed him he has nothing going on, and if he talking about Drake is goated. Yeah, I mean, let me ask y'all this real quick. Do y'all think he performs not like us? Do you think that the powers that be, like, because that song is so hot, say he has to do it? Because I think he might do a little rendition of it, like maybe the hook and the now step this way, step that joint with the band behind him or something. But I don't think we hear the bars on stage, the whole PDF file bars and all that. I don't think we hear that.
Adriel. And I normally call you AG. This is so serious that I'm going to call you Adriel.
The government name.
Government name, sir. Name's Adriel Green.
Coop
Lives in West Virginia.
just chill with the mayor. He called it a bro by his full name. It's crazy.
You're one of the 17 black people in West Virginia. As one of the 17 black people in West Virginia. Let me tell you something.
Hey, Coop failed himself because he chilled with the mayor.
Right.
I think it's the mayor that loaned him that blazer because he don't have it no more, right?
First of all, you don't know about my suit game. Don't ask about the suit game. The suit game is stellar. The suit game better than the shirt and the kit game. All right. Don't ask about the suit and the jacket game. I got cigar jackets for you too, sir. I bought a cigar in case they was having a little cigar party out here. I had me a little El Padron. Had me a little 20-year El Padron. That's a $50 cigar for you broke niggas. It's a $50 cigar for you broke niggas.
Coop had the cigar in the pocket with the pocket square.
I did. No, on the inside lining of the pocket in case I had to bring it out. Like,
he had the blue hip hop talks pocket square.
I got you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, would you like to puff this? Would you like to puff this with me outside, Mr. Mayor? Okay. Let me tell you
Coop
something.
handed the mayor Philly's blood. That's crazy.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to hand him some bamboo papers because I want to preserve the mayor's speaking voice. We're going to give you some bamboo papers when we roll this up. Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what's happening if Kendrick performs not like us. If Kendrick performs not like us at the Super Bowl, that's proof positive that his catalog ain't like that. Okay? That's what I'm saying. If he has to perform not like that to garner the attention that's necessary for a Super Bowl performance, then he's not like that. Forget not like us. You're not like that. Pull out your catalog, dog, that's reflective of your music and your impact on the culture. Look at the people that have stepped out on stage. The songs that Usher just did are relative to his portfolio. When Prince performed, relative to the portfolio. Michael Jackson, relative to the portfolio. 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, relative to the portfolio. If Not Like Us is relative to your portfolio, that's just giving people like me credence about your portfolio not being like that. As in, you really don't have enough bangers to do this show, so you have to talk about this man who has, like, listen to what I'm about to say. Man, Drake got enough bangers to do about 5 Super Bowl halftime shows, guys. Tell me I'm lying. He got enough material. He got enough material to do about 5 Super Bowl halftime shows. So if this guy has to pull up to perform Not Like Us to get his credit, I'm not giving him no credit. I don't give niggas credit for doing what they are supposed to do, to quote Chris Rock. It's like, you were supposed to smoke Drake, you smoked Drake. Now stop resting on your fucking laurels and give us a good album, because you haven't done that in the last 7 years. All these diss records are cool. Not Like Us, AG, listen to what I'm about to tell you. AG, Sean, listen to what I'm about to tell you. I actually thought this past week, I was like, man, I listened to Not Like Us. Like, I just listened to the bars and I'm like, this might be rap song of the year. It might be rap song of the year. And that's me saying that. But if you are who everybody says that you are, you don't need it. So I need people who keep on campaigning for this nigga to explain to me why he needs Not Like Us so much if he's so great. Because I ain't never seen a nigga
allegedly as great as him have to hang on to a diss record like that. Like when we talk about Ice Cube, we talk about America's Most Wanted.
Right.
We talk about Death Certificate. We talk about NWA. No Vaseline's an outlier when we talk about Ice Cube's greatness. Ether is an outlier when we talk about Nas's greatness. The Bitch in You is an outlier when we talk about Common's greatness.
Yeah.
The Takeover is an outlier when we talk about Jay's greatness. Why is everybody attaching so much of this man's greatness to this record? It's because of the shit that I've been saying, which is like, well, is it that great outside of Good Kid, Mad City? Outside of Good Kid, Mad City, is that great? Niggas are still not riding around playing These Walls off the Pimp a Butterfly. I don't care what you say. You don't hop in the whip with your girl and be like, can't wait to listen to These Walls by Kendrick. It's a great song. To Pimp a Butterfly is filled with great songs. Ain't nobody riding to that shit is my point. And the reality of the matter is people are riding and not like us, which makes my whole point about To Pimp a Butterfly being overrated, which makes my whole point about Good Kid, Mad City being so great, about the replay value, about the ride factor. Not Like Us has a ride factor. If this dude is who y'all saying that he is, show me the ride factor in the rest of the record that's not like us in the last 10 years. Because it's 2024, motherfuckers. Like, the motherfucker ain't made shit that we can ride to outside of a couple records on Damn in the last 10 years. And I'm sick of niggas campaigning for the bullshit. It's
Well, I
bullshit.
think you can go ahead and chalk it up.
And I would like to close this diatribe off while I'm not touching the steering wheel while I'm driving up 75 by saying, I'm gonna push a T-fan. I'm gonna push a T-fan. And this some bullshit. This some bullshit, guys.
Well,
like,
Coop, I think you can go ahead and chalk it up as being right. You can chalk it up as being right.
Yeah.
We'll get to that, but I think what I was saying is I don't think he have a choice. I think the powers that be picked him and is predicated on
this is clout chasing.
Performing that song because
right.
he doesn't have a new album out.
That's clout chasing. That is the definition of clout chasing. Imagine if Cardi B was doing this shit right now, fellas. Imagine if Cardi was pulling this shit on Nicki right now. We would talk about Cardi clout chasing, guys. We would be calling Cardi a clout chaser.
Yeah, we can't move the goalposts because of who it is.
Right. So anybody that was doing what's going on with Kendrick right now, we would be calling him a clout chaser. Him or her. So why are we not calling this dude a clout chaser? Like, I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of the worst they're the worst fan base. This is why they're the worst fan base. It's their fault. I don't even blame Kendrick. I blame all of you fucking hoteps, all of you incense, all you incense burning, fucking bandana, fucking do-rag ass, fucking Andre 3000 turban wearing ass.
Yeah, that's wild. Sean got a do-rag on right now.
Can't stand you. First of all, Sean has a do-rag on because she's trying to preserve.
I do not have a do-rag on. I got the natural joint on right
I'm sorry. My fault. I thought you did.
Trying to preserve what's left of his hair. I wish I would have worn the do-rag and preserved what's left of my hair. I don't have any hair left. I shaved it off today to go to this mixer. I'm glad I shaved my hair to go to this mixer because the mayor, Andre Dickens, the mayor of Atlanta, was in the shuttle with me. Did I tell people that I sat with the mayor of Atlanta?
You mentioned it about 4 or 5 times.
You know that? Okay. That's what clout chasing looks like, nigga. Kendrick's doing the same shit I'm doing. The same way I'm clout chasing about sitting with the mayor is the same way Kendrick clout chasing about this Drake shit. This nigga ain't never did numbers like this, and I'm sick of niggas acting like, oh, he did numbers before. Yeah, he did numbers before. He never did numbers like this before, nigga.
Okay, let's talk about this because you got a lot of smoke for.
I did Kasim. When Kasim Reed was the mayor, I did Kasim Reed's. I hosted Kasim Reed's mayoral induction
That's
party.
another mayor?
I didn't. Yeah, I know all the mayors. I used to look here. First of all, used to be in the spots where Shirley Franklin used to walk in, but that's a gangster party. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm not allowed to talk about that.
What is wrong with this man, bro?
Niggas, if I talk about Shirley, niggas is be out here trying to headhunt me because Shirley's a gangster.
Cooper Mickey. He's the Cooper Mickey.
No. But I've never sat next to the mayor before. I've hosted parties for the mayor. I done kicked it after hours with the mayor and her gangster ass friend. I never sat next to the mayor before. This nigga clout chasing worse than Coop. Can't stand this nigga.
This just in. The mayor is a Kendrick Lamar fan.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to cut his water off. He's not getting any more votes. He's not like us.
But
like
Coop,
that.
you got so much venom for Kendrick Lamar, but I think
I don't have venom
he
for him.
didn't
I
put
have
him.
honesty, AG.
Well,
This is
it's
honesty.
honesty, but he didn't put himself
Clout
on the
chase.
stage though. He didn't put himself on the stage. So
Did he take
you,
himself off the stage? Did he take himself
no,
off the stage?
he did not. But we need to
Clout
direct some
chaser.
of the conversation to where the people, the powers that be, that did put him on the stage over Lil Wayne. So first of all, are we all in agreement that it should be Wayne? Because Coop brought up.
Can we get it? We got a lot of super chats.
Oh shit! Okay, go ahead. Put them up there real quick.
Okay, first of all, these niggas better be spending real money tonight. I was sitting next to the mayor. This is what clout chasing sounds like, niggas.
Coop need a new blazer, double-breasted joint.
First of all,
man,
this was a double.
Chill, Coop, chill,
first
bro.
of all, I have double-breasted joints. Don't you ever try me like that. I told you the suit game is immaculate. I have double-breasted joints.
Pay attention to the damn road, Coop. Chill.
First of all, man, fuck the road.
All right, Mad Max with the $10 super chat. He said, "Laugh out loud, Pharrell behind this dot bringing Pharrell in clips, and then Snoop bringing out No Limit. It's all a show." That's an interesting take. I don't know about that.
Please no. That sounds
Mad
crazy.
Max with the $2 super chat. He said, "I love when Coop agrees with me." That is the issue. Yeah, y'all never agree. So
First of all, nobody's agreeing with you. You got the worst takes in history. Nobody's agreeing with you.
Mad Max just showed you love, bro. What's wrong with you?
I'm cutting the lights back on. Nobody cares.
Shows you love.
Yeah.
Look here. Love is just a word in the dictionary to me right now. Okay.
What's going on right now?
If you love
Mad Max with another $2 super chat.
When I pull up to New York, Mad Max, show me you love me. Buy me some sweet chick. Buy me some sweet chick if you love me, nigga.
I do want to buy you some sweet chick.
I know. That's like when Puff offered to take 50 out the dinner, man. That shit crazy.
No, I want chicken and waffles for free, nigga. No. You niggas is used to paying for your meals. I'm in Atlanta. I just ate for free. I just ate for free all night. You niggas used to paying for food. All right. When you get like Coop is in Atlanta, you get when you get to sit next to Mayor Andre Dickens, shit start hitting you different. It's like I'm not supposed to pay for food anymore. I made it. I don't know what's wrong with this dude. First of all, I'm on probation. First of all, if you want some bars, I'm still on non-report probation. I will not be engaging in libation. I don't know what you're talking about when you're talking about drunk. No. There'll be none of that. Haven't had anything.
Sneak a flask on the island in my blazer jacket lining.
Tell my probation officer, haven't had a thing. Clean.
Cool. Let's get through the super chat. Cool.
Man, get the super chats that don't have Mad Max on them, then, nigga.
Mad Max with the $2 joint. Drake got the World Cup. Dot got the Super Bowl. Yo, I forgot about that. He had the World Cup.
Black.
Joe Young, appreciate you with the $5 super chat. He said, "Coop, you correct, 100. I've been saying this for a while. He didn't produce nothing besides the diss tracks. Coop needs to do an album. That's what matters." Oh, Coop, he needs to do an album. Coop, I'm sorry, he wasn't telling you to do an album. He said.
Oh, I'm about to say I got bars. No,
we know you just left the studio, bro. We good. We good.
Send me
all right.
No? Okay.
All right, Windex man with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Did you guys like the record Doc dropped last night? We're gonna get to that. We're gonna cover that.
Man, fuck that record. Next.
So well, we know Coop don't like it. Let's see. T-Boy Bring with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Ashawn, how many sneakers do you have and what's your holy grail of sneakers?
300 plus Jordan 11s all day.
Yo, matter of fact,
the Jordan 9s are better than the Jordan 11s.
Oh, no, that's crazy. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? I just don't be showing my shit off like that. You know what I'm saying? Sean don't got as much as he ain't a sneakerhead like me. I'll do a sneaker check right now. Hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Super chat. It's not about who has.
Let me get this shoe off. You know what I'm saying? Sean ain't like me. I got the Travis's on, man.
This is thirsty behavior. Let's do a quick
sneaker check. What Sean got?
This is thirsty behavior.
This is thirsty behavior.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is thirsty behavior.
Yeah. Man, cool.
But
don't call nobody thirsty after you share the Phillies blunt with the mayor. Don't do that.
I'm just sitting next to the mayor.
Super chats, man.
I got live footage of the mayor, just in case anybody was wondering. I was chilling with the mayor of Atlanta. While you niggas were podcasting and shit and talking about Kendrick, I was chilling with the mayor. It's okay.
This nigga's lying, bro. Like cut his Bluetooth, cut his lights. So, Tracy G with the $5 super chat. OVR Mall said The Heart Part 6 will age very well. And it has Coop, Sorry You're Not Getting Ride music from Barbecue Kenny.
Yeah. Okay,
Joe
first of
Young
all,
with the $5 super chat. Coop, you cooking right now. That's why I like listening to you when you speak. And he's typing this in all caps, so he yelling like you yelling, Coop. Lil
Well,
Wayne should be doing the show.
I'm
Kdot
only,
needs more
I'm,
songs. Great
I'm,
show.
I'm only yelling because so many people showed up to see the mayor. I'm only yelling because so many people
What?
showed up to see the
I
mayor.
don't get it.
Then
I
my
don't
audible,
understand.
then my
I don't know,
audible,
man.
then my audible. I have to. It's different. You niggas is chilling with like your wives and kids and shit. I was chilling with the mayor.
Don't
It's
be a
nothing
groupie,
personal.
Coop.
It's nothing
Don't be a
personal.
groupie.
It's nothing personal. It's my third time.
We got more
Okay,
super chat,
so
man.
all I'm saying is if the last 3 mayors of Atlanta. Oh no, I've kicked it with all of the last 3 mayors of Atlanta. You should
Shit's
vote
crazy.
for Coop. You should vote for Coop in the next election. And first of all, it's
Yo,
very
a
problematic
mayor
that I've actually.
groupie is wild.
It's very problematic that I've actually found myself in situations where I really have hung with the last 3 mayors of Atlanta in different forms of fashion. You should get plugged to a player. You should click like and subscribe to Hip Hop Talks, everybody. Get plugged to a player. If you want to meet the mayor of Atlanta, all you need to do is roll with the winners. The winners is Coop.
All you gotta do is go to Magic City. You'll see him.
Coop,
Okay.
look how nasty this look. Coop is bragging about hanging with the mayors while looking like he in witness protection.
Chill out, man.
First of
Yo,
all,
get the super chat. Get the
We
super chat.
can't even see you, Coop.
First of all, I'm pretty. First of all, since you want to talk that, the detectives are definitely watching me again. I want to let the detectives know. I know that you're watching me. I saw you sitting outside my job.
What is
Y'all aren't
happening?
fooling me. APD is not fooling me. I
Ooh,
seen y'all sitting
The
outside my
mayor
job.
said so, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
No, this is
You was
before the
talking to
mayor
the mayor.
shit.
They said,
Look here. Watching Coop isn't going to do you any good. Watching Coop isn't about to do y'all any good. You can stop following me. I'm legit. I'm legit like the second song off KD3. Legit.
Cool. Let's get the last couple super chats.
Undercovers was sitting outside of the job this week. I was like, those are the undercovers. I was like, why are they still fucking with me?
And see, then the kid said Coop just gave the most elegant street Toastmaster speech ever. Mad Max with the $2 super chat. It should be Chris Brown, but Hov never doing that. Wow, Chris Brown's an interesting take.
Okay.
Cam Porter with the $2 super chat.
Chris Brown songs ain't like that. Next.
Kendrick earned this. Enjoy the show.
And we got one last one. That's my girl Tina. Shout out to Tina. Said mutant Coop. And we have another one.
Hashtagged it.
We have another one. Coop, you still there?
Nigga, I'm here. I told you I'm ducking and dodging.
Coop's car battery gonna die. He riding on the freeway with his light.
Look here. My theme music is staying alive by the Bee Gees, guys. You can tell from the way that I move that I'm a woman's man.
Coop's battery light on.
Coop, Leroy Green from the super chat says, "Shut up."
First of all, let me say something.
Why do you do this, Sean?
No. Let me tell you something while we're here. Fuck all them niggas. These bitch ass niggas pulling up on Thursday. No. Bitch ass niggas pulling up on Thursday. Bring your ass outside in Atlanta, nigga. Don't fucking be sitting in the fucking house and shit like you bitch ass niggas is always doing. Bring your ass outside. Since you got a motherfucking problem and you want to start pulling up on Thursday. I seen that hoe ass shit. While I was standing next to the mayor. I was looking at the mayor and I was like, this is a damn shame. I was like, I'm gonna have to leave the mayor to address these weak ass niggas. According to hip hop, that's some bullshit that y'all just pulled. Stop pulling up on our corners and our block. You got a motherfucking problem with me, nigga. Come see me. But you won't, because the bitch in you is showing. So sick of these niggas. Next.
Yo, the show is completely derailed. Yo, but for real, if that's all the super
No. Niggas want smoke, they can get some smoke. They pulling up trying to be funny. Stop being funny, nigga. Stop pulling up online and pull up in Atlanta, Georgia with your bitch ass. Right. Sick of these bitch ass niggas.
Yo, ain't they already there?
No. Just so we clear, don't fuck with these bitch ass niggas. They some hoe ass niggas. They keep doing hoe ass niggas shit. They got fucking 25 fucking hosts because they can't replace Coop. Good luck with that shit. That's why Rap Roundtable caught up to your ass in the fucking 4 or 5 months that I've been gone with your bitch ass. How about that? Thanks Thanks for giving Rap Roundtable the crown. Shout out to Jar and the rest of the crew. I fuck with them. Don't fuck with you hoe ass niggas and the hoe ass nigga shit that you doing. So since niggas want to sit up there and be funny about it, I'm gonna put the shit on blast all the time. Nigga got a motherfucking problem. Pull up in Atlanta, nigga. Pull up without your motherfucking woman, nigga. Your girls fucking run you niggas. Bitch ass niggas. Next.
Damn. Poop going off. But yeah, shout out to Rap Roundtable, man. They doing, you know what I'm saying? They doing numbers.
Yeah, shout out to Rap Roundtable. Fuck according to hip hop and the bitch ass shit these bitch ass niggas keep on doing. If niggas got a real problem,
All right, time out. All right,
Atlanta, Georgia.
Sean,
Pull up in Atlanta, Georgia.
I want to know why Sean looks surprised. Sean, why you look surprised? You threw the oop like Gary Payton to Sean Kemp. Stop that. You looking surprised.
I'm here to support. Lil Wayne.
Support is crazy. Yo.
Ass niggas. They got BAND, bitch ass nigga disease.
Cool. Let's finish up with Lil Wayne. Cool.
It's hard to cure these bitch ass niggas. It's hard to cure these bitch ass niggas.
Coop, you even driving, your posture look like you in the passenger seat. Like, what are you doing?
Nigga, I'm a gangster. We don't dance, we boogie.
Like,
all right, so check it. Wayne not going to be in the Super Bowl.
No, but he should. It's a group of people saying that he shouldn't be on that stage because he can't perform. No, I've seen both. Yeah. Is Kendrick the better performer? Yes. Would you agree?
Then who?
Wayne.
Yes.
Superior. Okay. But
like
it's
vastly superior. It's not even a conversation.
Yeah, it's a contingent of people, which I agree. I've seen both, but it's a contingent of people out there saying that Wayne shouldn't be up there just off the strength that he's not a strong live performer and he doesn't rehearse. He don't take it serious. What do y'all have to say to that?
I agree.
Yes. It's a hard truth, right? It's a hard truth because at the end of the day,
I'm shocked.
No, at the end of the day, it's one of those things where what's the right thing to do versus the thing to do. Would it be the right thing to do to have Wayne represent New Orleans at the Super Bowl in New Orleans, and do that for the culture of the city? Yes, that's the right thing to do because New Orleans is not just your average city, right? You're talking about a city that is rich with music, rich with culture, all of those things, right? So I wish it would have been more an aesthetically pleasing set for New Orleans because DJ Khaled's from New Orleans. You could have, although Wayne is not the best performer, and he has his moments where he's showing up and show out, but you're talking about 13 minutes before a 13-minute performance on the Super Bowl stage. If constructed the right way, I'm sure they could have put some things around him to magnify him and to hide some of those discrepancies that he may have. And again, that's what having someone like DJ Khaled as a hype man. I don't know if you want to have a Wayne set where you're bringing out, and I saw people posting stuff before, like Hot Boys and Master P, No Limit Soldiers. That's not the place for that.
No,
right?
No.
Let's keep it a buck. That's not the place for that. It's not the Essence Festival. It's not Louisiana Fest. This is the Super Bowl. You're not. The audience is not that local audience. That audience is more of the audience of those who actually watch things globally. They don't know. A lot of these guys don't even know who Wayne is. They don't even know who Kendrick is. They said when Kendrick got announced, the search engine went through the roof because people are searching to see who he is. Because the Super Bowl is not just for the hip hop culture, right? It's a small fragment of the hip hop culture. It's a lot of others that actually watch the Super Bowl outside of hip hop. So again, would have been the right thing to do to have Wayne in there with some things around him, yes. But we got what we got from that.
Well, I'm gonna disagree with you a little bit because I'm gonna roll with what Cam said. I think that Kendrick is not really a collaborative artist like that, whereas Wayne is and has collaborated with a bunch of different artists in different genres, big name acts. Like Cam brought up Blink 182, but hell, you got Maroon 5 and you got this guy, that guy, like hits where Wayne is the featured artist. So I think if you to your point, if you make Wayne the centerpiece, like Dr. Dre and friends, but surround him around other acts that will tap into other genres, then I think you got a hell of a Super Bowl show and the appropriate Super Bowl show for New Orleans. You know what I mean? So I don't really subscribe to the fact that just because Wayne as a solo artist is not as good as performer as Kendrick, that he don't deserve that slot. Because you could have like put people around him and really kind of masked that, and we could have still had a hell of a show. So it was definitely the right thing to do.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you could have masked that. You could have put pieces around him, and Khaled could have been a hype man. He's from New Orleans. You could have bring other components in there to kind of hide it a little bit. In my
Khaled's from New Orleans?
Yeah, Khaled from New Orleans.
Okay, word. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Khaled's from New Orleans.
Let me ask you all something legit. This is a legitimate question I want to ask you all. We just watched Usher perform about 10 songs at the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Not only can we ring off those 10 songs, we can ring off another 10 songs after that he could have performed.
100%. Yeah.
I want you to ring off 10 Kendrick songs that he could have performed. Ring off 10 Kendrick songs. Forget the next 10. Give me 10. Give me 10 songs that this nigga's gonna perform.
Well, I think it's gonna be
do all right.
It's gonna be a condensed version of the pop-up, wouldn't you think? I mean, he's gonna do DNA.
Super Bowl. No, this is the Super Bowl. This is different. No, this is different, AG. Like this.
All right,
like,
if I'm giving you tracks, all right, you definitely hit that one on the money. He'll do DNA. He'll do Element.
Is he? Because these white people don't know about DNA. That's what I'm saying. Like most of the stuff that we laud him for, like the shit that Usher played. Oh no, these white people know this.
Yeah, they're
people that are following the Super Bowl know this. Don't nobody. Yeah. These white people don't know DNA. AG.
Yeah, I think
that's
he
what
would
I'm
do
saying about this being a problem to pick him. Ain't no fucking DNA.
Yeah, I think he would maybe do the Black Panther joint, the All the Stars with SZA, bring her out, you know, because that was a big record.
All right.
You know, if you add in
Loyalty with Rihanna.
Loyalty with Rihanna. And then if you throw in Not Like Us, that's 6. And I would say
what's 6? Nigga, we had 3. Hold on, 6.
No, I said
come back. 6.
Element, DNA, all right.
No.
Loyalty.
No.
Nigga, you didn't ask me if they were worthy or not. I'm just telling you you said name 10 joints he would do. I'm telling you the joints he gonna do. Like, I'm not saying if they Super Bowl worthy because that's subjective. I'm just saying the joints that he probably guaranteed to do. You know what I'm saying? So he's probably guaranteed to do Element, guaranteed to do DNA, all right, Loyalty, All the Stars,
these are terrible.
Not Like Us, maybe N95, maybe that one off Good Kid. I don't even know.
AG, I didn't even go to Prince or Michael Jackson. I went to Usher level. Are you listening to the songs that you're naming?
Yeah, no, they're on the Usher level. But you said name 10 songs that he would do. These are 10 songs he would do.
Songs you're naming are part of the problem, AG. That's my whole point.
Now in Wayne's catalog, somebody can make that same argument.
No, they can't.
To my point.
No, they can't. No, they cannot. Wayne's.
All right, what would be your 10 Wayne joints? Not counting features. Because my point is you need to surround him with those features to have that type of show. But if you're taking them straight from Wayne's catalog, I think Wayne's 10 and Kendrick's 10 are comparable.
You shitting me?
What 10 you got on Wayne?
Got Money, a Millie.
What like white people know got money?
Yeah, they do. I was in the club with they white asses when they was fucking doing the fucking dance in fucking Atlanta. Yeah, they do.
No,
they know Got Money. They know Lollipop. They know a Millie. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know, Coop. Like, I got money.
Hold on.
I take it back. Got money, yeah. I mean, because T-Pain is like, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll give you Got Money. A Millie's a definite. Yeah, a Millie's a definite.
Lollipop,
yeah.
At the Super Bowl? Lollipop.
But this is like FCC, bro. Like
I don't know. There's this whole phrase called bling bling. I believe he's the one that came up with the hook for it.
At the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Sean looked disgusted.
Every time I come around your city, Sean, every time I come around your city,
He got to do that. I mean, because that's where we're now.
Kendrick ain't
Like,
worth about
white folks
50.
love bling
He does
bling.
not have to do that. He does not have to do it bling bling. Please don't do
Ain't worth about
now.
50.
You guys are helping me come to grips why he shouldn't have been picked now. I feel better now. I feel better. Thank you.
6 foot, 7 foot. Oh yeah.
That's for
That's for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are all
Super
bigger than the
big.
Kendrick records that you're naming. These are all bigger than the Kendrick records that I'm naming.
I don't know. Cool.
I disagree. That's a conversation. I don't think they're bigger.
You can't come on stage at the Super Bowl and play bling bling, Coop. I'm sorry. You can't go in there bling bling every time I'm running money bling bling. You can't do that. You can't do that at the Super Bowl.
Yes, you can, because that can be the Hot Boys reunion portion. That can be the Hot Boys reunion portion of the Super Bowl in New Orleans. That is exactly why you do it.
Walk up out there saying, "What is this jigaboo stuff?" Like, no, it's not going. I shouldn't have said that. Damn, that came out.
We're definitely getting flagged. I'd like to thank you for calling.
Definitely getting flagged. I'm sorry about it. I slipped out because I kind of passionate about ball.
Sean. So.
Damn.
So Wayne don't get to perform bling bling and bring the Hot Boys out, but Kendrick get to come out in chains at the Grammy Awards. You see how we move the goalposts for the people that we want to
look. I'm gonna be quiet for a little while because I think I got us. We might got.
No, you definitely got us in trouble. All
right, well, let's pivot. Let's pivot.
$100.
So we had an impasse as far as like, what 10 songs Wayne has versus Kendrick. But how much does Jay-Z and Roc Nation deserve the blame for this controversy? Because some people saying like you can't blame Jay, and then a lot of people are going crazy at Jay and Roc Nation right now.
They deserve blame, but they don't deserve the level of blame that they're getting.
Okay, tell me more.
The truth is somewhere in the middle. The reality of the matter is that, well, this is where Jay's place in space is inflated because people think Jay is calling all these shots. I hate to be the one to break it to people. Jay don't have it like that. He's not calling all of these shots. People blaming it on Jay, that's Jay's cultural impact actually working against him in a negative way for once, guys. Mm-hmm. His cultural impact usually works in a positive way. It's actually working in a negative way where niggas really think Jay is the person pulling all of these strings. White people run this. With your stupid ass.
Yeah, I think he's not making the final, signing off on the final, calling the final shot. I do agree with you on that, Coop. But it's that situation where if something good happens, you get all the praise, but if something bad happens, you don't want the blame. If we as a community, if something dope happens in that position, we say, "Oh, look what Jay did." You know what I'm saying? Look what he put together. So the good goes with the bad.
Jay's a glorified influencer for the Super Bowl demographic. He's a glorified influencer.
But the problem with
influencer, he's a glorified influencer.
But here's the problem with having somebody like that in that position. Even if he's not signing off on the final yes or no, is because the point of contingency is if, Jay is somebody that's in the space with these guys and, still a competitor. So if he has some level of like, being vindictive, I guess you could say, against these people, then he has enough power where he can influence, to your point, as an influencer, the people who do make the final say and then call the final shots. So when somebody like him is in that space, that causes a problem because are they doing what's really best for the situation? Or are they doing whatever's best for them in that situation?
Okay, first of all, quick history lesson. Jay's always going to be doing what's best for Jay and saying fuck you, and people need to understand that. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because listen to what I'm about to say. That's how most white men operate in business. Jay operates in business the way a successful white man does, not the way a successful black man does. So
now said he wanted to be European. I'm sorry. So go ahead.
So is some of this at his doorstep? Yes. The level of shit that's being piled up at his doorstep is not fair. And what I will tell you is that if you really want to talk about his cultural impact, we need to be more concerned with the fact that it's looking like he didn't write that much of the blueprint than we are about this move because he's in control. No, listen, He's in control of making the blueprint. He's not in total control of making these decisions. He's an influencer. In the Super Bowl format, you need to look at Jay like a socialite and an influencer. You need to look at him, and I'm not saying this disrespectfully at all. You need to look at him the way you look at these chicks on Instagram that's influencing culture. He's influencing culture in that level for the Super Bowl. So there might be some, well, should we do Kendrick or should we do Drake and Wayne? And he might be, for personal reasons, be like, oh, well, keep Wayne out of here because Wayne's closer to ascending to his throne than people
So he's
realize.
a figurehead. You're saying he's a figurehead.
Figurehead is disrespectful. That's why I said influencer, because I consider an influencer to be more important than a figurehead.
Okay. But in this space, here's what I'm going to ask you. I don't think even if he's an influencer, I don't think he came to bat, to your point, for Wayne, even if he's not the person that makes the final say on it. I compare this to the Dream Team situation because people say
I'm saying. He's not gonna promote Wayne and Drake ascending to higher levels,
right?
Because that puts them closer to him, and Kendrick is further away.
Right, because
that's what I need people to understand. He's okay with it being Kendrick because Kendrick is actually further away than Drake and Wayne are to taking his spot. Because for a lot of people, Drake and hold on, let me finish, AG. Drake and Wayne, for some people, have already taken his spot. There's nobody walking around saying that Kendrick is taking Jay's spot. There are people walking around that are saying that Wayne and Drake have. And so, yeah, there's some smoke to that because Jay is competitive. He's as competitive an MC that we've ever seen on the microphone. Don't tell me his competitive nature still doesn't come up. Oh, I'm bipartisan. I'm not part of it now because I'm here. It's like, oh, nigga, please.
Yeah, and that's my point.
From the owner's box. Michael Jordan was coming down from the owner's box and practicing with players. Jay does the same thing.
Yeah, that's my point. It's the competition of it. So, like, with him in that position, that makes it kind of dangerous as far as his like influence. Because, like, I use the Dream Team analogy because Michael Jordan always maintained that he did not keep Isaiah off the Dream Team. That it was presented to him before he even committed. But trust and believe. Him, Pippen, Bird, Magic, Carmelo, they wasn't fighting saying, yo, we want Isaiah on here. So that's my point. I think that Jay-Z is not fighting like, yo, this is New Orleans. I think we need to have Lil Wayne. It'll be the right choice. I don't see Jay saying that.
Yo, get this Michael Jordan's lying. Michael Jordan's lying, first of all.
You hung out with him too, Coop. CJ the Kid with the $2.
From one bald-headed guy to another, that's a bald-headed lie. It's a bald-headed lie.
Yo, go back to CJ's joint. I gotta read CJ's super chat. CJ the Kid with $2 super chat says, settle it with Wayne versus Dot and Station Head. Laugh out loud. Yo, that'd be dope. Jermaine L. Johnson, yo, peace, Jermaine. Glad to have you in here. Blame, he said the correct word is credit. Hip hop has never been represented to this level at the Super Bowl until now, and we're still complaining. I had a point to get to that in a minute. Mad Max with the $2 super chat. Hove was a figurehead with the Nets, not surprised. To Jermaine L. Johnson's point, one question I was going to ask both of you, with so much controversy, Nicki going off and Birdman going off at Jay and this and that, do you think the Super Bowl steps back and take a look at this and like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This is more problems than we want to handle. No. This will be the first solo rap headline act and it'll be the last. You know what I mean? Because y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all causing too many problems. Y'all is, the hip hop Black community or whatever, us, I should say. And we talked about this a few shows ago that Michael Rubin, he shouldn't be speaking on Black folks' business and stuff. But the way people acting right now in this current situation, when this was announced, some people would say that's giving credence to what he's saying. So the NFL, although I think they knew it was a controversial decision, I don't think they thought the backlash was going to be like this. And what do y'all got to say to that?
No to all of the above. No, the NFL doesn't care about the squabbles on Twitter. We only care about the squabbles on the Twitter. You think
bad publicity is good publicity for them?
Yes, because that's what happened. As soon as that announcement went, everything went through the roof. The NFL doesn't care about who doesn't like this decision. They never care because they are a different entity. And it's not just the NFL. You got to think about the vendors that are involved. You got to think about the Super Bowl vendors. The NFL doesn't fund the Super Bowl by themselves. It's funded by many vendors who actually put forth the money to help facilitate the Super Bowl efforts, right?
Can I ask you this? Because you might have inside information. I don't know if you could share or not. To your point, I hate to cut you off, my fault, but I got to ask this. Because I've been wondering this myself. Apple is one of those vendors. Drake has an Apple deal. Kendrick just got through beating Drake in a major battle. You have a deal with Drake. You're a vendor. How does that translate to you? Because the ad was even announced through Apple, was it not?
But they're not mutually exclusive because you got to think about Pepsi, Coke, Frito-Lay. They're the ones who are the stakeholders when it comes to all of that. Apple is a smart subsidiary event to them.
Apple is Nike, Microsoft level. So they have not just Drake that they're endorsing. They got plenty of people that they're endorsing. They're big. They're bigger than just lining themselves up with one endorsement. This is not Nike in 1985, like bringing Michael Jordan out and
putting all your chips on one.
Right. And Drake doesn't have a deal with Apple.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
No.
Yeah, he does.
Drake does not.
It's a $40 million deal. Yeah, he does.
Drake doesn't have a deal with Apple, fellas.
First of all, I don't like agreeing. I don't like agreeing with either one of you because most of the time both of y'all are wrong and I'm right. But AG's actually right on this one.
That's part of the contention with Jay because Jay wanted him with title.
That's part of the problem because he's not tied. He's not affiliated with any streaming company.
Okay, but if that's the case, did that deal end? Because he did have a deal with Apple. That's why him and Jay had tension because Jay wanted him over a title.
That deal been up. That deal been up. That's why we're here. He has no streaming affiliations.
Okay.
Now, if I may interject, though, this is what I'm bringing up about Jay being ultra and hyper competitive. Well, Drake and Wayne have never bowed at the altar the way Kendrick has. Okay.
I think not Drake. I think Wayne has a little bit, even though he went back and forth with Jay. I think he has somewhat.
No, there's a difference. First of all, he's gone back and forth with Jay.
Yeah.
And everybody that knows Wayne knows, no, Jay is his number one.
Absolutely.
But
I mean, he got Lucky Me tatted on his joint.
But he doesn't bow to the altar of that, is my point. He doesn't count out of that. He's like, that's my number one guy. But I'm number one, though. Like when Wayne talks, Wayne's like, that's my number one guy. But I'm number one.
Oh, hold on 1 second, yeah.
But we gotta put the onus on where it needs to go. You know what I'm saying? You think about the whole Drake thing when the Larry June or Larry Jackson interview, he talked about Gamma, where Drake is his own man, right? And we got to keep it funky, man. With Drake losing this battle, he hasn't done anything to help himself in this battle whatsoever. Even the aftermath, he hasn't done anything to help himself at all. He has to. You lose the battle, you say second round, and you're not doing anything. You're just dropping memes and going on Instagram and 100 gigs, 200 gigs, and it's not moving the needle. You know what I'm saying? Like everything he's done so far, cool.
Let me ask something. Let me ask. Let me tell you something. So when I was thinking it was my junior year of high school, the projects that I lived in, they had clotheslines. You know what I'm saying? We didn't always have money to go to the laundromat. I had this Nike shirt that I bought on sale at the finish line. It was like a $13 Nike shirt. It wasn't even like a fancy Nike shirt. Just like a regular Nike shirt. It's back when this is the 97 to 99 Air Maxes run, where you bought all the Nike shirts to match your Air Maxes and shit. Fellas, remember that?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a bunch of Nike shirts. I hung one Nike shirt out on the line one day. Little young nigga from the neighborhood stole it and put it on. Okay? I ran into the nigga when he had on my Nike shirt. Now, I had a choice. Am I gonna fight this nigga and box with this nigga? And first of all, we in the projects, we all broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fight this nigga over this Nike shirt that he stole off my line. When I know I got fucking 10 Nike shirts sitting in my drawer, I'm gonna let the little nigga have one because I know the little nigga don't fucking get the money that I get. That's how Drake looks at Kendrick, and people need to understand that. It's like, nigga, took one Nike shirt off my clothesline. I got 10. Not studying you like that. And that's what people need to understand about the level that Drake operates on. Even for somebody like Kendrick, Drake's not studying it like that. The numbers that Kendrick is doing right now, Drake has been doing for the last 15 fucking years. I don't know why people are acting like he hasn't been doing these numbers that Kendrick is doing for the last 15 years. This is Kendrick's first year doing numbers like this. So much like me, when I seen the little nigga, I got mad for a second. I got super mad. Like my pride and my ego was like, this motherfucker off the bridge. And then I thought to myself, nah, little man, go ahead and have it. Because you need that more than I need that. What Kendrick fans aren't realizing is that everything that's going on with Kendrick right now is a microcosm of what I've been saying. Well, you really ain't done shit in the last 7 years, nigga, so you need this bad. You need this bad. The other nigga got 10 Nike shirts sitting in the drawer still. Fuck that one little $12 shirt hanging on the clothesline. Why are we not looking at the big picture as a hip-hop community? And that's the part of me that makes me feel like Drake is really being conspired against to get him out of here. Because if niggas was really paying attention, all I've been hearing this past year is about all the numbers that Kendrick's doing. You know what Kendrick is doing? Kendrick is doing the numbers that Drake does in his sleep yearly. Why is nobody saying that? They're saying that because they're tired of Drake. They don't want Drake here anymore, and they want it to be Kendrick. And here's the reality of the matter. After 7 fucking years, the only good songs that he has are diss songs. So it's not like that. Not Like Us is like that. That's the only thing that's like that. Even this new record, that new record ain't like that, y'all.
I'm glad you said that because let's pivot
that.
here. Let's pivot here because you bring up the point where Kendrick is doing.
This nigga Sean better not disappear for 20 minutes like he did the last time we were on.
Ain't no telling with Sean. Ain't no telling what he gonna do. But with this new song, it seems to be that he's delving into the dichotomy of culture versus industry. But to your point, Kendrick right now is very much part of the industry, so it creates a weird situation because he's the industry darling, but he's on this song talking against the industry, which the bar work is there. I didn't like the production, but the bar work was there. But
the nigga boring. AG, that's the part nobody's talking about. Kendrick is boring. Kendrick is boring. Outside of Good Kid, Mad City, and some records on Damn, the nigga's boring.
Well,
the nigga boring.
I can see how somebody say that, but me personally, I don't like the songs where he does all the vocal inflections and does the crazy stuff. This, he's just barring up. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer.
AG, he does that because he's boring. That's my whole point. All the stuff that he's doing is to try to mask the fact that it's like, well, he's really never been that entertaining outside of Good Kid, Mad City and the hit records on Damn.
A lot of people would say that.
About that.
A lot of people would say that, but I would rather him be in this bag. This song reminds me of 616 in LA, like that kind of vibe. I'd rather him just in his normal MC voice, spitting the lyrics. The bars are there. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of the production. It was real melancholy, but I get it. It's supposed to be somber for the mood or whatever. But me personally, when I listen to Kendrick, this is the type of bag I like him in. You know what I mean? Just like straightforward, none of the antics. But, to your point, the antics may come to make up for what he lacks in voice,
The record is boring. The record is
it's not a joint that you gonna keep spinning back or whatever. And the new narrative now is that it's the he didn't untitled it because this would be the new Heart record before the album drops. That's the new narrative that's out, and I can see that. But you know, it's not something that I'll really go back to.
AG, the Heart records are boring.
There's a few of them I like. There's a few of them I like, but I think
no, AG, you're talking about liking. I'm talking about entertainment value. This is the entertainment business.
Yeah. Well, don't you think that's the reason why he put it on IG? Well, don't you think that's the reason why he put it on IG versus on streaming?
Not the video. Not the video. No, not the. Listen to what I'm saying, AG. What Heart record is really entertaining? Take the videos out. What Heart record?
I messed with the Heart Part 5 before I even seen the video. Okay. I thought that song was tough. And you know, and truth be told, like you said, that's the best song on Mr. Morale, if you're being honest. And it was added later.
Just okay. And it's just okay. Just okay. The record just okay. That nigga's entertainment value is just okay. They are definitely listen, there's not just inflation going on in our economy, there's inflation going on in this MC game. We're inflating niggas' fucking statuses, fucking numbers.
All right, well let me ask you this though. To your point, do you think that's why he just put it on IG and didn't make it for streaming because he knew it wasn't a type of record to be consumed in that way? Like, well, people gonna ride to this or whatever. Nah, I just got some thoughts I want to get on. Because to me, this sounds like a post-battle epilogue track where, you know, he got some bars for Drake on there. And it's not a, you know, I think that people hold on, let me finish, nigga. You keep talking. Hold on. Like, I think this is a point where
You've been doing all the talking.
No. So, but this is a situation where if he didn't do that Super Bowl statement where he said, you know, no second round or no round twos or whatever, then we're having a whole different conversation around this track because there's bars in this track specifically for Drake. So it could be a light diss track, but nevertheless, it's a post-battle epilogue where he's talking about the industry. And he does have some smoke for Drake, but it does cause some confusion with the Black Air Force Ones and all that. And it's looking like he's on go time again against Drake.
AG, my G, I love you, man. But that's a bunch of blah, blah, blah. And you want to know why it's a bunch of blah, blah, blah? Because when you're saying all this, it's blah, blah, blah. Everything you just said is blah, blah, blah. You want to know why?
Yeah, I'm just speaking in your language, Coop. That's it.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You got to rise to my level to speak my language, brother. Last Real Nigga Alive is everything that you're talking about. Now compare this record to Last Real Nigga Alive and tell me, hold on. Tell me that anything that you're saying makes sense compared to Last Real Nigga Alive.
No, there's levels to it. Like post battle epilogue, you got Last Real Nigga Alive. You also got Where I Belong with LL and Cannabis. That's a joint.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's stay with Last Real Nigga Alive. Let's relate this record back to Last Real Nigga Alive and tell me that anything that you said is valid.
You asked me a question. If it's as good as Last Real Nigga Alive, then it's nowhere in the ballpark.
Hold on. If it's nowhere in the ballpark, then it doesn't make it valid then.
No, but I'm talking about the sentiment of the record.
I'm talking about sentiment of the record, quality of the record, insightfulness of the record, like beat of the record. Like, we can run down the record however you want, my G. What I'm trying to tell you is that record is not up to snuff for a post-mortem battle, even concept song. If Last Real Nigga Alive is the barometer, tell me where it falls on the barometer. Because compared to Last Real Nigga Alive, this record's like a 2.
Well, you're talking about, but you're talking about the quality of the song versus the concept of the song.
What does this nigga do for a living? He makes records for a living, does he not?
The concept is still the same, Coop. No matter if the quality's not there or not, the concept is still stands.
Does he make records for AG? Does he make records for a living?
Yes, he makes records.
He make records for a living? Where does the record
Sean, what's your take, bro?
To Last Real Nigga Alive?
You get the super chat.
Right.
Coop. No. Nah, see, this is the shit Coop be doing. This is the shit Coop be doing. Coop be having like 5 different arguments. I feel like I'm arguing with Sybil. Like, this nigga, you making like a whole other different point. I'm not saying shit about the quality of the record. The fuck I'm talking about is the sentiment of the record. That's it, nigga. Damn. You have like 5 different arguments.
Man,
Super chat.
AG.
CJ
No,
the Kid,
I'm not
yo,
about
we
to let AG
appreciate you
shine.
blowing money, CJ.
AG. The sentiment of the record don't mean shit if you don't fucking execute. So don't sit up there and say that. It don't mean shit if you don't execute. Fuck his sentiment. Did he execute?
The sentiment still stands.
Did he execute at a high level? Yes or no?
I mean, the bars were there.
No, that ain't what I asked you. I asked you if he executed at a high level. Next to no. Yes or no?
Lyrically, he executed at a high level.
Slap?
Yeah, lyrically he did. But the song ain't that good
Nigga,
because the beat ain't that good.
Is the song good, AG? Is the
It's
song
okay.
good? Do you love the record?
Super chat.
It's all right.
It's okay. If the record's just okay, and this guy's getting top 5 all-time MC consideration, you're making my point for me. Oh, the record all right. It's like that's my whole fucking point. The record just all right.
Okay, I brought up Where I Belong with LL Cool J. Are you putting that up against Last Real Nigga Alive? The sentiment is the same, but is the quality the same?
It's better than this shit we just heard. That's for damn
That's
sure.
not what I fucking asked you, Coop. Like, you know what I'm saying? I asked you, was the sentiment the same?
Super chat.
The sentiment is not the same. Since you're asking me that specific question, no, the sentiment is not the same. Since you want to ask specific fucking questions, no, the sentiment is not the same.
The sentiment's the same. CJ the Kid with the $5 super chat.
Hold on. AG. If the sentiment is the same, tell me the story that LL is telling, because Last Real Nigga Alive is a story. You want to break it down?
Where I Belong? Are you familiar with Where I Belong?
I am. That's not a story, AG.
With Ja Rule on the hook. He's telling how the whole beef started with Cannabis and how him and Wyclef set up Cannabis to take the fall during the beef. Sentiment's the same.
It's not a story. Some of those facts have been disproven, and it's not a storyline song.
Okay, in case you know, stories come in fiction and nonfiction, Coop. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I thought you was a reader. All right, CJ the Kid with the $5 super chat. Coop, I asked you this earlier. You weren't here. Are you fully convinced that the whole industry is trying to Ja Rule Drake? I think that's been answered.
So first of all, the question was for Coop, AG, so the question hasn't been answered. So my question,
Go ahead, Coop.
My answer to that would be is that there are people in this industry that are not happy with his run because of how extended his run has been. And so people like a Jay-Z, a Kendrick Lamar might have a problem with his run because, quite frankly, his run's better than theirs and longer than theirs. And so there is some there. How about this? It's not about who you piss. It's not about how many people you piss off. It's about who you piss off. And he's pissed off some of the people who matter the most. And so the truth is somewhere in the middle.
Okay. We don't got no more super chats. Then do you have any more sentiments on the song other than the fact that you didn't like it at all?
I didn't say I didn't like it at all. It's just it's like everything else he's made the last 7 years, except not like us. It's not that good. It's not that good. It's not that good. If it was that good, it would be leading off this show. We'd be running around, yo, that new Kendrick single. Like, oh my God, like this nigga. It ain't like that. Ain't nobody walking around like that today. Is somebody walking around this like is that the talk of the hip hop world today? Kendrick's new song? Is that the talk of the hip hop world? Or is Wayne being snubbed from the Super Bowl bigger talk than that?
Oh, of course. But you didn't answer my question and all that because I asked you before. Do you think he knows that it's not like that? That's why he put it on IG versus the streaming services. You never answered the question.
Well, actually, if you've been watching the episode of Hip Hop Talks for the last 3 months, I've been saying none of the shit that he's making been like that, and he definitely knows it. That's why the focus is Drake. That's literally the ethos that I've been expounding upon literally for months now. These records aren't like that, which is why he's focusing on dissing Drake. I've literally been saying that for months. I'd like to thank you for sitting next to me for months and not listening to what I am saying. Absolutely.
Super chat.
No, nobody can have the mayor seat. That seat next to you is only for the mayor. Yo, CJ the Kid with the $5 super chat.
The mayor of Atlanta, Andre Dickens. Shout out to the mayor.
He said, "This is a top 3 hip hop podcast episode on any hip hop platform ever. Nonstop action. Thanks, fellas, and thank you, Kupak." Yo, CJ, we want to thank you, man. I don't know how much bread you spent in here tonight, but yo, we appreciate you with all the super chat love for real.
Yo, CJ, I got something for you, bro.
If people didn't hear me earlier, fuck them bitch ass niggas at According to Hip Hop.
Yo, cool,
These
chill.
bitches hear me. No.
So
Come see
red.
me in the city, nigga. They pulled up on you want to pull up on my slot time, nigga?
Cool,
Pull up on me, nigga, with your bitch
cool.
ass.
You gonna ask for
Bitch
dudes to
ass
pull up
nigga.
on you while you sit with the mayor? That's crazy.
Bitch
That's
ass niggas.
cool.
First of
Chill. Like,
all,
love,
You
love is
endanger.
love.
You
hold on.
endangering
First of
endangering
all,
your officer.
First of all, they're never going to sit with the mayor because the PR firm
Cool.
that invited me is the PR firm that used to represent according to hip hop till they found out they was a bunch of fuck
Cool.
niggas. Now they help represent hip hop talks.
Gracious.
Shout out to Synergy PR Services. They won't be fucking with according to hip hop. And so them niggas won't be sitting next to the mayor anytime soon. Fuck you. Fuck your couch. Fuck your team. Fuck everybody that you bought with you.
Shit,
Leroy.
wow, yeah.
I'm just waiting for them to
Cool.
put your ass on the sidelines. Give a fuck tonight. Give a
And
fuck.
that's the show.
Niggas want to pull up? Nigga, pull
Right
up.
now.
You got a
Right
problem?
now.
If you got a problem, come see me in Atlanta, nigga. Don't pull up online like some bitch ass.
Yo, I'm sorry, y'all. Oh,
Yo, Sean, I can't stand you because you should did that shit like a long time ago.
I'm trying to be respectful, man.
Yo,
Yo,
how
respect is
nigga did you
done.
teleport? You was all in the camera. Did he bring you back and you way the hell back there? What the hell's
Doing a
going on, yo?
video.
This
I don't even
nigga
know what's
Doing a
going on.
teleported.
video. I was doing a
Yo,
video.
man.
I was doing a
No
video
beef.
of the mayor
No
speaking,
beef.
and somebody
No
sent me a
Damn.
text message. I looked in the text message. It says according to hip hop is live. I said, ain't that about a bitch?
Yo.
I said, ain't that about a bitch?
Yo.
Niggas want war. You niggas want war. Let's go ahead and go to war then.
Cool.
I'm all about that.
Cool.
You niggas is not about that.
Yo, Sean said Kupak would be here. Kupak is
I
in
said
here.
I would be here with good grief.
See
Love.
the bitch in
We're
you,
still,
nigga. See the
we're
bitch in
still
all
in
you
love.
niggas. Give no
Love
fuck.
is love.
Don't fucking
Love
pull
is
up. Don't fucking pull up on Thursday no more. Ain't no love is love. Don't be pulling up on Thursday no more, niggas.
competition
Because
is
I know the
great.
bitch ass
Love is
niggas
love.
watching right now.
Sean's stupid.
Competition is great, but love is love, man.
Yeah.
I don't got no love. I don't have love.
Love is
Love is
love.
a word in the dictionary. You look up L in the dictionary. You go to L and O. You'll find love. Go to L and O. You'll find love. It's gonna be further back because the third word is V.
Any
Third
final thoughts? Any
further
final
back.
thoughts for tonight?
Yo, the LL Coop wasn't here when we did the LL. You said L Coop, and I stopped listening after that. So what you got on the LL album?
I
Like,
tried to get us out of here in AG. What you
nah,
got?
Top
man.
five.
Like, Coop wasn't around for the LL album talk. I know you want to. You know what I'm saying? You like an album? I thought, didn't you, Coop?
I think the album is excellent. I think. How about this? Here's a good way to wrap up this conversation. Imagine if Kendrick Lamar made a rap album dissecting the black diaspora the way LL just did. It would be the talk of the fucking year. But because it's L breaking down the black diaspora, it's like, oh, I'm not sure if I want that. I'm not sure what that is. This is an excellent rap album. This is one of the better executed rap albums we've seen from an all-time great veteran, a la Nas on his King's Disease run. I consider this album to be in that vein in terms of the quality of record that we received. I think it's an album of the year contender. It's better than the Pete Rock and Common. The production is better. The bars are better. The energy is better. The message is better. Didn't we have Pete Rock and Common like number 4, number 5?
I think it was about third, to be honest.
Okay, so do you think the Doechii album is better than the LL album?
No, before you got on here, me and both said that this was our album of the year. That might be jumping out of the window, but we both said this is our number one.
Yeah.
Get out of my head, guys. Because I think
Doechii, I had Doechii top 5. That's a really tough album. I don't know where off the top of my head, but LL is definitely number one for me. I've been spinning this album nonstop.
No,
so you got it. You got a number one too, as well. Coop. Did he freeze?
Yeah. I'll bring it back.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
This is the first rap album that I've listened to in the last 2 months. It's like I need to go listen to that I Am God, Bloodstained Suede 2 again. And I need to go listen to that Rhapsody again because I think it might be album of the year. And that would be my 1 and 2 right now. And I think it might be better than both of those projects. And so in these days and times where everything is so microwave and cooked up so fast and we regurgitate and remix and break down and talk about, and then we don't talk about
Mm.
Legitimate album of the year contender. I've heard this album 4 times. I'm super interested. And for all the people that are running around talking about these sound like Jay Dilla beats, these sound like Kanye West beats. You simple-minded people. Jay Dilla and Kanye's beats sound like Q-Tips, not the other way around. Q-Tip's the author of this sound. And so I heard a producer that jumped back into his classic bag that everybody, that an entire hip-hop community has jacked the swag of. This is Q-Tip's bag.
Yeah.
Q-Tip is the originator of a lot of these sounds that Dilla and Kanye get credit for.
Yep.
Well, I actually had I'm gonna see if you agree.
Like,
Sean
sound like Dilla
disagreed.
shit, sound like Kanye shit. It's like, no. Okay.
Sean disagreed, but I thought that I think Pharrell's off the Q-Tip tree, and I think Q-Tip updated his sound to be like what I would expect from Pharrell in 2024. So I hear a lot of that. So you're right. You can't say it's like, oh, he's making beats like Pharrell would or whatever, because you got to go to the originator. And I think Pharrell's off that tree. So I personally hear a lot of Pharrell in this album, more so than Dilla. Do you hear any of that when you listen to it?
The futuristic nature of it sounds Neptune's album inspired.
Mm-hmm.
So from that perspective, yes. If you're talking about Pharrell by himself, yes. I mean, if you're talking Pharrell by himself, no. If we're talking about a Neptune project, sound-wise, the futuristic nature of it, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So it does sound like a Neptune's inspired project in terms of the futuristic nature. But the boom bap of it is Q-Tip. That's why when niggas is talking this Dilla Kanye shit, I'm like, they sold Q-Tip shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, and listen to what I'm about to say. Oh, Kanye might be comparable, but ain't none of them niggas made anything better than the Low End Theory or Midnight Marauders.
Right.
So Q-Tip is still ahead of both of them in my book, because their best shit isn't better than his best shit. Like, think about this, guys. People are still playing Benita Applebum. Like, the beat still drops in the club, guys. Yeah. That beat got made in the 80s. That beat got made in the 80s. So Q-Tip doesn't get the flowers that he deserves as being in that upper echelon, that Dr.
Yeah.
Dre, RZA, Q-Tip, Kanye. This is the best L, rhyme-wise, has sounded since Mama Said Knock You Out. He hasn't sounded as good as an MC since Mama Said Knock You Out.
No, I agree.
This is his best mic performance since Mama Said Knock You Out.
Maybe Mr. Smith, but I'm with you.
I think the GOAT album.
No, the metaphors and the bars on here are better than Mr. Smith. That's what I'm saying.
He spit crazy on here.
Mr. Smith,
yeah,
but his spit game on here is 1990. Like don't call it a comeback hell. And
it's crazy.
I look at it. It's like, well, this is some of the best stuff production wise Q-Tip has done since Midnight Marauders. Rhyme wise, this is some of the best stuff L's done since Mama Said Knock You Out.
Yeah, cool. You might not believe it, but before you got on here, I gave you a huge compliment. I said what you said. No, check the tape. It's on there. You said it during the Big Sean album review, and then you said it during another podcast. You talked about the excitement that an album brings to the table, and we was talking about the Conway and the Ransom and all that, and I was just talking about how the bars were there, but it wasn't exciting. And we talking about this LL in regards to comparing with the other albums that we have at the top of the list. To me, this is, to what you said, what excitement it brings to the table. I think this is by far the most exciting album we've had this year. Just listening to it from front to back. I don't think any of the other top tier albums can compare to it.
No. So here's what this album, hold on. First of all, AG, thank you for the compliment. Second of all, I'm with you totally. All our other dope rap albums this year are boring. I Am God is the only other album that's exciting to me this year. And I think
Right.
part of the excitement is the fact that he's so new and so fresh, and we're so big on supporting his movement. But as far as from these majors who we already know, oh no. This is the most exciting. How about this? If you don't think it's the best rap album this year, that's fine. That's subjective. But the most exciting rap album this year, oh no, it's that. These beats are exciting. These rhymes are exciting. These schemes, these guest appearances,
All of them.
the Nas guest appearance, the
Breaking up again, cool.
Eminem guest appearance. LL Cool J is going toe to toe with Nas and Eminem on back-to-back records.
Easily.
And not missing anything. Like L's right there.
You're breaking up again, cool.
L's right has a MC, Eminem. He's right there rapping next to Nas. It's impressive, man. It's the album of the year.
Yeah, I know we wrapping up,
Clip's
but
about
I
to have album of
wanna
the year, though.
what'd you say, Coop? My fault.
I said Clip's about to have the rap album of the year, though, because I expect the Clip's album to be better than this LL album.
It's a good chance. It's a good chance. I know we about to wrap up and get out of here, but I want to quarterback one more topic because I want to hear Sean's thoughts on it. The Blueprint Anniversary, which is a classic album. Great album. But with the Oskino interview and some, I don't want to say new information, but information that some of us wasn't privy to, we heard some tracks that was, kind of taken, stolen, plagiarized, if you will. So, Sean, what do you got to say on that?
We shouldn't be shocked. That's part of his recipe. He's one of the greatest. It takes nothing away from him as being one of the greatest. But he's always had collaborators around him. And when you got that much talent in the studio around you, and you're pulling from that, and you are him, and you're able to pull it out after you take it from them because they're not him, that's what you get from it. Oskino's interview is nothing new under the sun. We've heard many stories about these things for years. A lot of artists in that camp, and even those who were adjacent to that camp or somewhat connected to that camp, share the same sentiments, that when they had an idea for a song or a concept or whatever the case may be, he took it. He took it, he used it. Even the whisper flow. Remember, he had that whisper flow during, I think, was it the 2003, 2004 era? No, sorry, 02, 03 era.
02,
he had whisper flow era. Whisper flow got that from Young Guns, right? So he's always
Young Chris.
Young Chris. Yep. So he's always leaned heavy into those that are around him to help give him layers, if you will, to his aura. And I say this, and I kick it back to you guys as part of the reason why we haven't gotten anything so far, because who he's going to lean into right now. You see who he's rolling with right now. You see who he's riding around with. You see the bike pick that he had. Look at around him. Is he going to be able to get some kind of influence from those guys he's riding the bikes with? Nah, he's not around those guys anymore.
Let's Cole pull up on one.
Let's Cole pull up on one beside him at the light. We're at the coop.
First of all, leave Cole out of this. Leave Cole out of your Jay-Z.
I'm sorry, my fault.
Cole didn't do anything to you.
Okay.
My fault.
I apologize, but nah, he has nothing to lean from. And I'm not saying he can't do it.
No, it's both of you niggas. It's both of you niggas.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. But nah, Sean, I agree with you. But what I want to ask Coop is more specifically, did you all hear the tracks? I don't want to say in question because we have two different tracks. Like my personal favorite track on Blueprint is All I Need. I know it's not the best. It's probably not even top 5 objectively, but I love that song, right? I was like mad disappointed and hurt when I heard that, that song was basically taken from a group that I've never heard of. It's a Philly group called Non-Brigade. And yeah, they basically did the song first and then Jay hijacked that joint And then you got another one, Never Change, where it's a Chicago MC named Payroll. Kanye produced the beat for him. He has the hook, out hustling, same clothes for days and never changed. The hook that Kanye says he basically copied and pasted bro's hook, sold the beat to Jay, and Jay is using Payroll's flow on the record. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like beat for beat using the same flow. And then I heard that and I was just like, damn, man, it's like there's so many of these like small time artists that get, ate up by the bigger artists that like steal their stuff, man. And it's really disappointing. So, that's not taking nothing away from Blueprint. It's still a classic, but I just look at things a little differently after hearing those two tracks. So Coop, did you happen to hear those two tracks? We put them in the Discord and stuff. Like, are you aware of those?
First of all, I don't need to hop in the Discord to get the tracks. Got the tracks before you niggas. All right.
Oh,
first thing.
So this is not new information to you.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I've been telling y'all for years. Okay, let's take a step back. The Ruler's Back is a remake of The Ruler's Back off Slick Rick's The Great Adventures of Slick Rick. All right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Never Change is a record that he purchased. AG, I'm with you. All I Need is my favorite record on the Blueprint.
Wow, we agree on that? That's crazy.
I
love
crazy.
that
All I
song.
Need is my favorite record on the Blueprint. I play that song. That song has stood the test of time to me better than all the other songs. So let's look at it like this. You bought All I Need. You bought Never Change. You replaced Royce on Renegade.
That.
You replaced Royce on Renegade. You stole Lyrical Exercise too.
Cormega.
And The Ruler's Back. Now, the Blueprint only has 13 tracks, guys. We just got a lot of smoke around 5 of the tracks. Part of the legend of the Blueprint is Jay famously recording 9 songs in 2 days. What 9 songs? Because 5 of the 9 songs now have question marks around them. And what I would submit to you is that part of what makes a classic is the impact, the story behind the music. If you're telling me 5 of the 13, 14 tracks we heard have been stolen, borrowed, purchased, reinterpreted, well, that's a mark for me on what I consider to be his second best rap album. First of all, here's the first thing that we need to realize. Let's just talk in relationship to his catalog. Well, this isn't his best rap album anymore. And anybody saying that can't say that anymore after this, because there's no smoke around Reasonable Doubt like this. We all know he fucking wrote Reasonable Doubt. And when I mean we all know he wrote Reasonable Doubt, I know people have told me, it's like, no, he wrote that shit.
You got Lucchini though. There was that controversy around that.
He wrote Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah.
He didn't purchase records off Reasonable Doubt. There are no remakes on Reasonable Doubt outside of 22 Twos, which he actually took and flipped into something of his own. Okay? So Reasonable Doubt is clearly his best rap album right now. But here is the thing that I want people to understand. For where we are in hip hop right now, to be in ownership of a top 50 rap album of all time is a special thing. And I do consider the Blueprint to be that.
Easy. Yeah.
But is it a top 50 rap album all time now that you know all these things would be my question. Because I would have it somewhere between 30 to 50, and I'm not sure with all this smoke it deserves it. But listen to what I'm about to say, and everybody, at least on here, is going to love me for it. Don't talk to me and tell me that this guy is the greatest MC of all time, because all of the fucking songs on Stillmatic are original. And Stillmatic is a comparable, if not better work than this, without any purchased records, without any borrowed flows, without any reinterpretations of songs. And the other guy won the battle. So can we put this to rest right now? Because if this is his first or second best album, if this is his first or second best album, and we're all clear that this is one of his two best albums, right?
Mhm.
Imagine, listen to what I'm about to say. Imagine if there was this type of smoke around it was written. Imagine the setup being a song that was bought. Imagine the message being a remake. Imagine live nigga rap being taken from Mob Deep. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like imagine these things and tell me that we look at it was written the same way. So don't sit up here and pull up and look at the blueprint, which is the same reason that I tell you it's like, well, Andre can't crack anybody's top 10. Nigga got no solo material. It's not fair to the other guys that have put in work when we get this type of information to hold things so high.
Mhm.
And so respectfully, for all of the Jay fans that say that he is the GOAT, this more than anything else takes him out of the GOAT conversation, because what you're telling me is that Nas has about two best projects without any of this smoke, because Reasonable Doubt and the Blueprint and the Black Album are his holy grails, right?
Yeah.
Well, now, is there this type of smoke around Stillmatic? It was written or Illmatic? Is there?
Nope.
So this is a case closed type of situation, and that's not even counting the Stealing Young Chris flow. And then if you couple the fact with it, we just got smoke around 5 tracks, and we still got Hola Ho Vito and Jigga That Nigga on here. Oh, we got 7 Suspect songs on a 13, 14 track album. Don't tell me that that looks the same. Be objective and be honest about what's really going on. And I'm still not saying he's not all-time great. I'm not sliding him out of my number 2 spot objectively. Oh, but he's not that guy. He's not that guy.
Yeah.
This is why he's not that guy. Think about this. Imagine if somebody accused Nas of stealing somebody else's flow who was younger than him. Imagine Nas having an album where 5 to 6 to 7 tracks got smoke around them. He purchased that. He took that from that guy. We would never hear the fucking end of it, guys. When Jay does it, it's like, oh yeah, he did that. My bad. It's like, no, nigga. It's like, go ahead
Turn
and
a blind
slide
eye
it
to
down.
it.
Yeah, go ahead and slide that shit down. And so I don't look at the Blueprint the same way. And that's my real sad thing, because to have a top 50 rap album is a really, really, really special thing in hip hop. Think about how many albums we've covered this year. Like, guys, we've probably listened to almost 50 rap albums this year alone. So to be in possession of a top 50 rap album is a really special thing. It takes away from the special nature of the Blueprint, AG. All I need is my favorite song. When I heard that other shit, I got pissed off, because I'm like, you didn't originate my favorite record, because I'm thinking that's classic conversational Jay.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, oh no, you stole that and you flipped that. It's a great mark for his hustle and the hustler that he is. But for the quality of the Blueprint, it's like, no, I'm gonna have to slide the Blueprint down a couple notches. Sliding the Blueprint down a couple of notches ends this conversation about who the best is. You understand that?
Yeah, it's a tough pill to swallow, and I'm with you, Coop. Like, even with all that said, Jay-Z is still firm in the number 2 spot for me, but he could never get to that number 1 spot because of plagiarism like this and stuff. But let me ask you this, because I had this thought, and I was talking to one of my homies the other day, and I had this thought: would you, like, when I heard these 2 tracks, especially the payroll joint, the Never Change, when you hear a direct copy like that, for the most part, do you hold that in the same, like, do you put that in the same box as, like, if somebody has a reference track that was given to them, because you're using the same template?
Okay.
You taking it versus it being given to you, is what I'm saying.
So listen to what I'm about to hit you with. This is about to light your life up. What's the biggest knock against Drake as a MC?
The reference tracks. But people call Drake out for this stuff, and then won't say nothing about Jay.
Hold on. Drake's reference tracks aren't on a Blueprint level album. This is a more egregious infraction than even Drake's infractions that everybody literally puts him up to the cross with nail and hammer in hand about. This is
And
more
that's exactly
egregious.
what my homie had said. He said the same thing. Like, if we do that for Drake, then you got to keep that consistency for Jay.
He bought All I Need and Never Changed. He replaced Royce on Renegade. He took the rulers back from Slick Rick. He hijacked Lyrical Exercise. He stole Young Chris's flow. We hold Drake and we say Drake can't be this high because he did that. So y'all gonna take Jay out your top 5 for doing this? You see how we got to be consistent in this hip hop community?
Yeah.
Like us, like this is our fault because listen to what you and I said, AG. We are such big Jay fans and people don't
We said
realize it. That even after we said all this, it's like, I still got him at number 2. I still got him at number 2. I still got him at
Right.
number 2. Why don't we give Drake that same energy? Because he not like us. They not like us. They not like us. That's
Drake
why.
can get the same, man.
So Drake.
I
So,
think-
so so what we need to understand. What we need to understand is that the standards are different for Nas, and the infractions are different for Drake. That's my real takeaway of it. Because if Nas does this, he's not in any GOAT conversation. Drake's not in any GOAT conversation because of what he did. Are we taking Jay out of the GOAT conversation for this?
No.
Like, I got Rakim at number 3. I could tell you I have a verifiable right to put Rakim at number 2 after this because of this.
Well, I got Big at number 3, but it was that controversy around Juicy too. You know, that was a similar situation. So
do we care? Do we honestly? Like, we overlook those things.
Yeah.
And I don't love Juicy like that. I don't love Juicy like that either, to be honest with you.
But the question, so I'm glad you said that. You said, do we care? But should we care? That's the real question.
I don't.
Fuck
Hip hop is the most. Hip hop is the most criticized genre of music.
No. You want to know why we should care? Because he runs this culture more than any MC has, culturally speaking. In terms of cultural relevance, Jay, in terms of cultural relevance and significance, nobody has run the culture like him. Don't tell me that it don't matter. Part of his cultural significance is the
breaking up cool.
I think he's good. No, he's still froze.
Froze cool.
Rock Nation cut the line.
Yeah. Jason. Yeah.
First of all, not gonna stop me. I'm outside. You're not gonna stop me. Rock Nation can't stop me. The hip hop can't stop me. Nobody can stop me. I'm sitting next to
Interscope, Rock Nation, they all trying to cut Coop off.
Yeah, Interscope.
Okay. Have him on death row searching for an Interscope. That's a common bar. Soft hungry. One day it'll all make sense. Have him on death row searching for an Interscope.
I think that covers all the topics, does it not?
It does.
Okay.
It does. Don't forget.
Did y'all talk about the Ransom Conway?
Yes.
Briefly. Did you even have it in your top 10 this year?
I can't do that. No.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
That was where I gave you the that's where I gave you the compliment, Coop. I said it's not exciting. It's just not exciting.
It's not better than either one of Benny's projects this year.
No, it's not.
It's not. So yeah. LL got album of the year. We need to give Jay the same energy we give Drake. And Kendrick's new song is very Stanish and it's boring. And he doesn't deserve to be doing the Super Bowl because he doesn't have the type of hit catalog that reflects the Super Bowl. Selling artists. Think about this. Snoop Dogg couldn't get a Super Bowl performance by himself, guys. What are we doing?
He's beloved.
Snoop couldn't get a Super Bowl performance by himself. That's wild. Snoop actually has 20 records to like. He can do an Usher type performance and mix and mash 10 to 12 songs, and everybody's gonna sing along. And he's not getting Kendrick treatment. Like this shit have gotten out of hand.
Well, real quick to your point, Coop, I do like what you said earlier about, Lil Wayne not bowing down to Jay because he will try to Iverson him, even though that, you know, Jay's his guy. And, you know, same thing with Drake. But Kendrick, you said it was more space all time between Kendrick and Jay. And I asked Sean this behind the scenes. I said, do you think Jay taking part of that decision is kind of shooting himself in the foot? Because we're seeing Kendrick creep up on these lists closer and closer to Jay, but you got the Grammys the week before the Super Bowl. Then you got Super Bowl halftime show. Kendrick is going to continue to trend upward. So you think Jay is shooting himself in the foot trying to, like, you know, help Kendrick out in this route?
Yes, he is. And I'll tell you why. So a lot of people don't realize this. There was a time, first of all, like people need to understand this. You know, KD and LeBron have been playing basketball in the offseason against each other, like since they
Oh, yeah. Long time.
Long time. When Steph started getting more notoriety, has it more notoriety than KD? You know who started stepping out with KD? LeBron.
Yep.
Because LeBron always felt like, well, if somebody got my number, if somebody got my card, it ain't that guy, it's this guy. Because on some basketball shit, LeBron feels like, well, Steph doesn't cancel out anything that I do. KD does.
Correct.
So Jay on some rap shit feels like, oh no, Drake don't cancel out what I do on the mic. Kendrick does, and that's why he's more in support of it. The same way LeBron is more in support. Do you remember when Kerry championed? And shout out to Kerry. I actually know Kerry. Kerry used to be a news anchor down here. What up, Kerry? Kerry, you remember when Kerry was riding around with LeBron and KD in the backseat during All-Star Weekend?
Oh,
while
yeah, I
KD
do.
was still with Golden State?
I do
Think
remember
about
that.
this. LeBron had just got done losing to KD and the Warriors. He wasn't riding in the car with Steph. This is the year after Steph had just won his second MVP. He's riding around in the car with KD, as in to send the message. It's like, and they literally said it in the car, well, the two best players in the league are sitting right here.
Yep.
That was a shot at Steph. That was LeBron letting Steph know. It's like, no.
Yeah.
You ain't win those rings. You ain't win those rings. The guy sitting next to me in the whip won those rings. And so there is some of that that's going on with Jay and Kendrick, where Jay looks at Kendrick. He's more of the type of quote unquote fundamental hip hop MC that I am, as opposed to Drake.
Right.
Where Steph is more of a cultural game changer like Drake, but not the MC that Kendrick is very much the KD and Steph thing. Steph changed the game more than KD, but for people who play the game, they look at KD and it's like, no, KD is better than Steph. You can go ask any professional athlete who played basketball if they would take Steph or KD, and 9 out of 10 of them are going to take KD because they play professional basketball. But to the outsider looking in, they're going to take Steph because of the cultural impact, the significance, the relevance, the relatability, just like Drake. And so I do feel like there is something with Jay and the Kendrick thing where he respects Kendrick more as an MC because of what Kendrick does on the mic as an MC. And it's like, oh no, that's more from my era. That's more how we do on the mic. Yeah.
He respects Drake's numbers and what he does commercially, but not
as
like
MC, as an MC, he fucks with Kendrick more. Absolutely.
Right.
He's on the Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe remix. Right. What remix of Drake is Jay hopped on? You think that's an accident? What?
Yeah, they got joints.
I said, what remix has he hopped on?
Oh, no remixes, but they got
right.
a handful of joints.
There's a reason that Jay jumps on remixes, though. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah, Oskino just got through talking about what Oskino say. He said he might let you get on your song after he take it from you.
You might.
That's wild. You still
running around here saying this about you too.
You steal somebody's song and then might let him get a feature. It's crazy. Yo, 007 with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. He said, what does hip hop landscape look like after the Super Bowl? What do we have to look forward to? I feel there's nothing after everyone gets over the beef. I mean, the Super Bowl's all the way in February, so that's a long way.
You know what would be really nice? If Kendrick Lamar would make a great rap album that doesn't involve dissing Drake, because we haven't gotten that in the last 7, now going into 8. It's going to be going into 8 by the time February rolls around. It's going to be 8 years since he's made anything good outside of diss records.
We're going to see. We're going to see. Yo, appreciate y'all majorly with the super chats. Y'all been killing the super chats this show, like for real. Mad Max with the $10 super chat. It said Jay knows Dot is no real threat because nobody culturally plays Dot music like that. It's like him worrying about M in the early 2000s. He wasn't worried about him, but he was with 50, though Drake is 50, Dot is M. I actually like that analogy, Mad Max. I'm rolling.
AG, I told you about giving Mad Max credit in front of like people. I told you about doing that. You send him a DM. You
That's
shoot him
pretty
a DM.
good.
Shoot him a DM. Shoot him a DM after the show. Be like, Mad Max, you made some very valid points. Unfortunately, due to my relationship with Coop and Hip Hop Talks, we're not allowed to give
Oh,
your ass any
man.
credit. Insane. Not hard.
That's pretty
It's
good,
not
man,
hard.
Max.
I can write a statement up for you. I offered to write a statement up for the mayor. I was like, now, Mayor, I'm a writer. If you need me to ever write anything up for you, I got you, player. I got
Yeah.
you, player. Like he
I
looked
think-
at
I
me. He's
think-
like, who is this nigga sitting next to me? I was like, I'm Armand Cooper. All right. I'm from the west side of Charlotte, North Carolina. I was raised on the east side in Decatur. I'm here. Voted for you. Voted for you. So happy you're here.
Yo,
Shameless plugs are done for this.
I think that's where we end the show. Sean, you got anything else, bro?
Definitely voted for you. Just want to let you know I voted for you.
Yo,
Definitely voted for you.
thank you all for tonight. Super chats, comments,
Great.
love, hate, everything in between. We appreciate all of it.
Yeah.
Shout out to my team in New Orleans going through a hurricane. The last couple of days, I was actually supposed to fly down there to meet with the team on Tuesday. But hurricane actually kind of had me to do a pivot. So I hope you guys can get back on your feet really soon. I know the power is still out down there, so hoping you guys prayers and everything with your families and all of those who are impacted by that. Again, rest in peace to the legend Frankie Beverly and the legend James Earl Jones. Respects and love to their families, that they can get through this challenging time in their lives with their loss as well. And also respect to anybody who's going through anything. A lot of crazy news and everything going around. It's like really hard to find good news out there. I was devastated by some news that I saw today, not too far from my home, where an 8-year-old kid left the school. Autistic kid left his school like 11 o'clock in the morning, and they found him later on dead in a lake. And I actually passed by the school. It's my daughter's old elementary school, and I actually passed by the school and saw, the K9s and the cops and everything got there and got the devastating news a couple of hours later what was going on. So man, it's just people going through things out there, and we try to come on the show, have fun, talk crazy, and debate, hip hop, but at the center of all of it, out of all the entertainment, all the talk, one thing we always want to make sure that we're clear about on Hip Hop Talks is that we do try our best to bring good content. And we try to take people away from what's happening out there that they may be going through, or the things that they're experiencing in the ills of the world. So again, we appreciate y'all pulling up tonight. We thank Cool Pop for pulling up tonight as well. Gentlemen, y'all have anything before we close out?
Nah, you summed it up perfect, bro.
I'm really, really sad that you said that,
Yeah.
because and we're all parents, and so you understand this.
Yes.
Our biggest fear, and I know this is your biggest fear that you never talk about. Oh, we don't want to put ours in the ground before we get in the ground. We want ours putting us in the ground. And so to the family of that 8-year-old boy, my sincerest condolences, because the worst thing is for a parent to have to bury their child. It is the worst thing.
Yeah.
But while we are here, these gun laws, these conservatives, and all these punk ass white boys that keep shooting up schools needs to stop. We just had a presidential debate, and I didn't hear any talk of any end to the school shootings, which is a bunch of punk ass white boys pretty much doing 99% of the shootings. And I would have liked for our two presidential candidates. First of all, I'm never going to vote for an old, demented white man over a black woman, even if I don't care for the black woman's policies. It's not happening over here. But I would have liked to hear them talking about what I feel like is the biggest problem in America nobody talks about, which is the influx of school shootings that have happened in our lifetime, guys. The last 30 years, the last 20 years specifically, the amount of mass shootings at schools that have been inflicted upon us is egregious. It's ridiculous. And whoever's holding the most prestigious office in the world needs to do something about that. How about you take care of our future? Take care of our kids. I am so tired. Like, I hopped in the car the other week. My daughter was like, there's a shooting right outside Athens.
Yep.
30 people got hurt.
Yep.
My daughter's thinking about going to UGA. The first thing I did when she told me, I was like, go ahead and scratch UGA off the list. And I told her just like this. I said, because there are too many punk-ass white boys up there doing stupid shit. Go ahead and scratch UGA off the list. And so what I would like these presidential candidates to do, and I know this is hip-hop sphere, but I would like our presidential candidates to actually address the gun laws that need to be changed in this country so that these mass shootings at schools where your children, my children, and other people's children go stop occurring. It is one of the worst things that I've seen in my lifetime. And I don't know why emphasis on this is not being put. Like, do I want my gas lower? Yes. Would I prefer if a pack of chicken didn't cost a down payment on a Hyundai? Yes. But more important than that is the kids. And not these punk ass kids when I be saying fuck these kids. I'm talking about the kids that's actually going to school and actually trying to get an education. And some white boy who feels neglected by his father and his mother and has mental health issues decides to grab an assault rifle, a handgun, a hand grenade, or whatever the fuck it is that he's doing that he shouldn't have access to and putting other people in harm's way. It's egregious. It needs to stop. And so when you brought up the 8-year-old passing, Sean, I just can't help but think about how many 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 15-year-olds we keep losing every year because these sorry-ass conservatives and their addiction to the NRA and the money that they provide the conservative party literally are more concerned about that than saving people's lives. It's disgusting. It's one of the reasons that I'm going to move out of this country successfully and not live here full time. This country is not the best country in the world. And I'm sick of white people saying it. And that's all I got.
All right. AG, views from West Virginia, what you got?
Well, he's around all the white people even more than I am. He can't be feeling good.
I'm tired as hell, bro. That's what I got.
Yeah.
I did the bed.
That's good enough for me.
Doing this dumb shit.
We out. Love is love. I don't know what just happened. Love is love. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all killed the super chats tonight, man. That's love.
Super chats. Thank you for the comments, the engagement. We appreciate all of it. We're going to continue to work on the craft of hip hop and culture and all that good stuff, and try to continue to crank out some good shows for y'all. Join the Discord, like, subscribe, share, all of that good stuff. You know,
LB, what up?
LB, what's up? RJ, we appreciate y'all, man. Ted, Mike, Dre, so many that we want to thank. Thank you all. We out. Peace.